It is time. I mean, it's not a talk patch because there's not a patch, unfortunately. But we can talk about Space Marine 2 hopeful patch stuff. Let's see what's coming. Let's have some fun. Let's do some community streamage. Usually I do a little preamble. We're just getting in here today because of me starting later due to covering the blog post. Gonna take its precious time to boot up, as I can see. Instant replay on. It's been a minute since I played. I was playing Diablo 4 all weekend in Thrones of Liberty, so let's see how that goes. What is up, Amadon? Ha, dude. How you doing, XLV? What? What's up, Amadon? Like you said, bro, like it was something bad. That's kind of. These damn things. That new trailer for SM2's pretty sick. No, I didn't, Jay. I was just getting the what's it called online? Yeah, I played Rogue Trader. Oops, I didn't mean to. I fucked up my Twitch thing, didn't I? Oh well, that'll be fine. There was neither end patch notes. It was we'll probably get a patch on Thursday. I'm hoping that's the case. They revealed what the patch will probably be including because they said what's coming in the next update is. This should be kind of a little more this way. It's a little too much now. Yeah. What's coming in the next update is the new enemy, which is the Hierophant Biotitan, the new difficulty, lethal, and then the new operation, which is called Termination. What is up, Jackal? We fixed the internet, so hopefully we'll have to deal with those issues anymore. Hopefully. We'll see. We'll see what the fuck happens. I had a really cool color scheme in mind. This one's not bad. I just don't have a lot of really good ones for my sniper. Halloween prediction, huh? Final mission, 30 bad patents led by a sworn lord, because fuck you. Wouldn't that be fucking something else? Is the Volkite pistol also this update, or is that later? It seems like that's later. So what's with the issue with the internet? Gnomes? No, it was something having to do with probably the wireless or my router, so I'm now hardwired in. So hopefully we won't have any problems. We're going to just kind of see how it goes live, pretty much. Someone did a pretty cool color scheme, though. What's up, Nomad? Would you guys want to do like if I did like a costume contest for this game? Like, hey, everybody, show your next your like your best. It's pretty cool. Let me see how I can recreate that. I'll do it with this dude. Let me see your best Astartes. The Adeptus Astartes. I like the kind of truer black that he's got, though, in that picture. I don't think we can get it. I guess Nomad, but it might not be that much more of a difference, you know what I mean? I have unlocked every color now. This isn't a bad look. I don't know if I really like... Oh, what am I looking at? Not a terrible look. Everyone loves salamanders. I don't know why. And I'm not to say that they're bad. I think the salamanders are cool. I just don't like they're like everyone's a big salamander fan, and I'm like, really? I feel like that's such a newer thing. Salamanders used to be just kind of like one of those chapters that people like, yeah, they're there.
Another loyal devotee.
Thank you for following. Guys, if you are watching on YouTube, make the switch to Twitch. It does help me out quite a bit. We had so many fucking technical issues. So I'm finally kind of coming back to Jesus here. Yeah, I want that Blood Angels pack. Blood Angels are my favorite chapter. It's okay. It's kind of like the same with Night Terrors, though. I mean, I don't know why they think that, Tomic. I've already talked about such a thing in my video on it. Yeah, good red is tricky to paint in this game. It definitely is. Hey, just shut this off, I think. My computer's going very slow today. I don't like it. 48 frames per fucking second. Are you kidding me? Space vampires. No patch out yet, no. We're talking about what they were talking about in that hopeful new patch. Might be coming Thursday. We don't know. They said that it's coming very, very soon. We're not sure too much what that means. Hopefully the game's not too choppy for you guys. I don't know why we're at 47 frames per second. Like, my frames seem to be just something that just bounces around all the time, and it really pisses me off. Yeah, I just put the video up. They basically put a patch or a blog post out, a trailer out saying like, hey, here's what's coming. If anyone wants to join in and have some fun, by all means, go ahead and do so. Twitch link since access denied. Oh, whoops. Yeah, I sent you to my fucking... yeah, here's the Twitch link. I sent you to my dashboard. No wonder it says access denied. Memory and core usage, not to mention your GPU. I mean, I'm streaming not using the CUDA cores that are being used for the game. And memory and core usage, I have 64 gigs of RAM and I've got an i9. So I've got plenty of both of those. The overhead on the OBS is not high enough. This is the only game I struggle with consistent 60 frames per second when I'm streaming. If you guys want, go ahead and join. I'll give you just a little bit to do so. We'll just jump into an operation. I haven't played, again, like 4 or 5 days, so I'm going to be real gnarly. Yeah, you know, I'm kind of wondering why that is. They put a hotfix out that was supposed to fix a lot of that. I'm wondering how frame gen is, if it's really helping me or not. I wonder if it's actually hindering me. I haven't turned on through CPU. Designated to what? By the way, now since I'm it's when I'm streaming. It's when I'm streaming. Really, Mary. Since I'm today's drink, I'm actually on G Fuel right now. I decided I wanted to try G Fuel because I hadn't had it in so long. So I've got the Kamehameha in honor of Dragon Ball Z Sparkling Zero. That's this right here. But I will hopefully be sponsored by Gamer Supplements next week, this week, whatever. So I will hopefully have an affiliate link for that. So if you guys wanna, I don't know, do you guys like Gamer Supps over Sneak, over G Fuel? Does anyone have any preferences across the board on that? So Alan, I actually have 4 DIMMs because I thought my i9 supported 4 DIMMs, but it's only dual memory, not quad. So I've inadvertently throttled myself. I've created my own bottleneck. So, save parts list. I'm building out a new computer. For those that are into it, I hate you for 600GX. I hate you. There's the. I'm going to be swapping out that motherboard now that I don't need a Wi-Fi motherboard, and I really didn't want to be spending $400 fucking dollars on a motherboard. Oh shit! I closed this on a motherboard. But I mean, MSI seems to be a pretty good motherboard that I'm going to be probably going with. If anyone has any recommendations away from MSI, I've gone with Asus motherboards before, but I don't know, man. Like, I've had my last Asus motherboard I had a lot of issues with. I can get an MSI MPG Z790 Edge TI Max Wi-Fi for $200 less than this carbon Wi-Fi one, which just pisses. Do I have a carbon one in there now? No, I feel like I do though. It looks really similar. Could a processor allocation issue have you tried a scheduler? I don't use a scheduler actually. Blackhall. I can pith. Unfortunately, like a lot of my content is dictated by viewership, and if the viewership is low for content, I'm like, shit, maybe people don't want to see this, and I don't put effort into it. I kind of abandon it. I go, all right, well, I guess I'm not going to do this. But I think I will because a lot of people seem to really like the way that I cover it. So here, I just swapped out the motherboard for the MPG. I mean, that's $200 less. Everything on here, I'll just go to wherever the cheapest is. If I've zeroed it out, I already own it. So for example, I already own my 4090. I already own that power supply. I already own that monitor. I'm going to see if I can get any of this done through Corsair, through my their programs. Think you could play a bit? I could play heavy today if you want me to. No, Jay, I gotta work on it this week. Yeah. I'm a little worried to put that out though. Right, Bethea looks great. Any preference of any mission you guys would like to see?
An earnest disciple.
That too, Jay. But I don't want them to pay me money and I have it be not a successful video because it's so far away. But there's still a lot of people playing. Ballistic engine is so hard. Okay, well, you guys want ruthless ballistic engine? I mean, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'll do heavy plasma after this one, Daddy. Daddy, chill. I hope they add a new weapon tier. I might do a video talking about. Honestly, guys, I'm kind of at like a loss of content right now. I don't know what to do. I think it's kind of this probably makes the most sense to kind of make let's do some CK3. I can do Baldur's Gate 3 content. Yeah, Frank, we're all good now, man. I've just done so much Baldur's Gate 3 content, and I love the game. I'm happy to do it, but I just don't know what I haven't the only thing I can think to cover is like a mod video. So, we got about 100 of you guys watching right now. What interests you in the future? Stalker 2 is coming. I don't know if I would do Stalker 2 content. I don't know enough about how the game's going to be done. You know, Stalker 1, I would never have wanted to watch a guide on it. Maybe a guide on character creation or stat allocation or the kind of RPG elements of it, but I would never. I want to experience that game. Part of the fun of Stalker is the mystery. So Stalker 2 is a thought. Path of Exile 2, I think, is going to be the next big fixture on the channel. Because I really do want to have a consistent ARPG. I wanted it to be Diablo, but my personal opinion, I played the Diablo 2 DLC this weekend. I think it's good. I don't know why people are bitching. I think they're bitching because of the same reason they always bitched about it. Diablo was never allowed to succeed, and I think that's my like hard stance on it. Is people, man, my fingers, they don't know how to work. It like was never allowed to succeed. It was like every single publication was always waiting for something bad to happen. That even in the midst of like a good situations, they were like, "Oh, but you see," and it's like, come on, just shut the fuck up. Like Diablo 1 at launch, or Diablo 4 at launch, was a great game. They dropped the ball with its patch right into the first season. Like they really fucking neutered it, but it since has come back pretty well. I hadn't played it until the DLC this last weekend. And the quality of life stuff is amazing. The quality of life for the game is a huge increase, and the campaign for the DLC, it's not amazing, but it's definitely like a 7 out of 10. It delivers. It's fun. It's enjoyable. The whole time I wasn't like, oh god, this is so bad. I was like, oh, this is good. I went in with really low expectations. Monster Hunter Amadon is in February, and we will do Monster Hunter. I looked at some stuff on it. We're going to do Monster Hunter. I played Monster Hunter the two Monster Hunters ago. And I had fun, but Monster Hunter is very clunky. And my like Soulsborne twitchy playstyle can't stand clunky melee. Was it World? The one where you go on a boat. Like you go on a boat to like the new world, and is it World? That's World then. Yeah, World was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun using the breaker, the sword breaker, the sword charge blade. I don't. Okay, Mark, Kuramore, I really want to. It's not even the iframes XLV, it's the clunkiness and slowness of the combat. Like, it doesn't feel responsive, is my point. I feel like my character's already, like, is just constantly, like, stuck in animations. I was excited about the new Vampire the Masquerade, but I genuinely don't think it's going to be very good now. It's gone through so many directors. It's gone through so many writers. It's been scrapped and relaunched and scrapped and relaunched. I'm not excited anymore. I did the bow and arrow to begin with. The bow and arrow wasn't too crazy. The insect glaive was all right. But I forgot about Masquerade completely. See, exactly. I'm just here for hammer stuff. Thrakoth. I don't think it was doomed from the start. I think the Starship Trooper game came out just like last week. I think I guess a big problem with Masquerade was people were really like, they had a problem with the writers internally. Internally, there was a lot of problems, and externally, people had a lot of issues with like the perception that they were going to make it too like woke or too whatever the fuck. I think there needs to be like a realization that like, if we're talking about Vampire the Masquerade or just vampires in general, it's going to be some debaucherous shit, you know? Like, there's going to be anal. Well, you can do, you're alive forever. You're alive forever. You're for sure going to try everything once. You're for sure going to try everything once. Don't even act like you're not, right? You're like, well, what the fuck do I care about it? I'm not going to die. We need that. We need. Knights of the Republic, the MMO was great. I played it since alpha, and STW is very much a passion project. What's STW? Okay, is that Dragon Age going to be good? Are we excited about it? Because Inquisition didn't really capture me. The first one's amazing. The second one is like Dynasty Warriors meets Dragon Age. Oh, okay, got you. Oh, wow. Really crushing it over here. Drop that aggro. I don't even know what that is, Bethea. Hutball? Fuck Hutball, man. That thing pissed me off. Yeah, I don't think the new Dragon Age is going to be good. I think it looks terrible. It looks like they're trying to do Destiny Dragon Age. Okay, I'm glad we're on the same page with Dragon Age. Oh, this is what I needed, baby. Oh, Lictor. I mean, just don't do it. Just don't do another Dragon Age and just take his change. Don't do another Dragon Age and just fucking remaster Dragon Age 1, dude. Honestly, I'm having so much fun with Thrones of Liberty. I'm trying to get the guild bigger, though. I think today is the last day to server transfer. If anyone's playing Thrones of Liberty and wants to join our guild, please do it, so we can do fun things. Thrones and Liberty, yeah, the free-to-play MMO that came out. It's actually really good. I think it's really good. Oh, nice. Good, Amadan. Yeah, today's the last day to get the free server transfers, I think. That's a lot of fun. I think it's really good. I think it's unique. Yeah, if you do play on the server Stone Guard, that's the one we're on. We are on Stone Guard. And look for Ath Legion, as in reference to the Night Lords. Me too, reptilian hybrids. They did not. They just said very, very soon. So I have to hope that means. Oh my gosh, dude! Why? Still stop shooting at me. I hope that means Thursday. Where the fuck? It's going well, Crosshair. How you doing, dude? Big Nightlords fan, yeah. Nightlords and Blooded. Oh, Carney. A Carney. And I know what you mean by what I mean when I say Carney. Big Nightlords fan, yeah. About to join what, JMT? Are we about to get a bunch of bros? Is about to be a... Are we making a bro server? We did that for Diablo. We had a huge clan of just people from the server, people from the channel, which is really cool. Oh, awesome. Yeah. Ath Legion. Look for the Ath Legion on Stone Guard server on Throne in Liberty. If you want to join, I'll bring you in. Because it'd be fun to do like a lot of like... So you can do the raids, right? So there's the... Oh, this boss only spawns at this time. Well, with the guild raids, you can do that boss on demand. Mary, you are 100% right. Frank, it's free. Try it. Do it, brothers. Execute it. So the way the game works, Frank, is rather than choosing a class, you choose 2 different weapons. And those 2 different weapons dictate your class. Stone Guard, yes. I drop a few dollars into a city, which is basically a hole in the ground. I mean, it might be the Nightlord Trilogy. Soldier of Fortune, that might be a... That sounds like a settings issue on your part, man. Check to see if YouTube's muted. Because I'm looking and I'm getting all sorts of stuff coming through. Guys, if we drop stream or anything, please let me know. Just say it in chat, like, oh no, rip, or whatever the fuck. It'll help me out to determine, like... We're coming up to our fateful time. But if you're watching on YouTube, do make the switch to Twitch. No game sound. Can you guys not hear the game? I can hear the game. I'm looking at the little... I can see the... It might be because I have it kind of lower. Yeah, 600 GX. I changed it from the Crimson Spartans to 8th Legion. Yeah, I have it low. Really? No, it looks fine to me. Twitch looks fine.
Another loyal devotee.
Sure. Yeah, I turned it up for you. I have so many layers of insulation to ensure that the sound is like not overpowering. So I've turned down what OBS receives. I've turned down the in-game and I've turned down my actual master volume. Wouldn't give up so big East End old occur. Oh, so it's Horus Heresy era. God, what's the Horus Heresy book? There's honestly not a lot of Nightlord's books in the Horse Heresy. Why the chains on the gun? So that they will never, the chain will never leave, the gun will never leave your hand. It used to be exclusively a Black Templars thing, but now it's like it's a mental story. Okay, it might be then in Prince of Crows, or it's in Unremembered Empire, or it is in... What's the one where like the Night Lords are alongside, I think, the Imperial Fists, and then like the Imperial Fists like, yo, what are you doing? And they're like, what, do you guys want to do this too? And they're like flaying someone. I did a whole video on it, go Ned. Oh. I showed off all the successor chapters, what they look like. Fuck Erebus, bro. Throckhoff, I'm sorry, man. I should have taken that from you. Transformers 1. Which one's Transformers 1? Oh, is that the new animated one? Brother. What does that mean? Guild horror stories from Thrones. Someone got a boss shot that's really good. It was instantly stolen by my guild leader. I have that set to guild. I might have it set to guild loot, but I can set it to the person. I'll change that. Throck, you take this, man. You're a higher level than me. You're gonna... Oh. I'm so sorry, dude. I didn't mean to do that. Brother. Brother, help me. Use your supple fingers on me, brother. Take this, Throck. Take this, Throck. I swear to God, I'm not going to pick it up. What are you doing? Are you trying to get in there? Are you trying to get in there? Come. Come here. Bro, here. Oh, this boy is so goofy. Love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Clone Fulgrim. I hope it's Clone Fulgrim. I would love if they brought a Clone Fulgrim back as like a... And they brought the, like... They rebooted the Emperor's Children. I think that would be really cool. Because isn't Clone Fulgrim coming into lore right now? I don't know. I never can keep track of what the fuck is going on because I just don't... I don't partake anymore, really. Like right now I'm rereading Hell's Reach. That is a book from like 2015, 16? No, actually I think it's way earlier than that, like 2012. It would be more interesting than Vulcan. Hoo, that's fucking... I don't know why Vulcan isn't back. Trazen's custody. Okay, thank you. That makes sense. I was like, what's this Clone Grim shit I keep hearing about? Trazen's the faceless, the nameless king, right? The Necron. Do you have a Warhammer books guy? I don't, Kuramor. I hope it's Russ. If I'm being totally honest, I want it to be Russ, because I'm an OG like Face Wolf fanboy. It's still one of my favorite factions. It's just gotten a little bit. Just a Necron Overlord. Okay. But yeah, that's oh, that's not the okay. It's saying it's not the Nameless King. Okay, I got their name. I thought Trazen was. I thought his title was the Nameless King or whatever. But Trazen's the same one who said to Dante or whatever, like, "Oh, you remind me so much of your father," or something like that. No, get away. He's the one that's got like the menagerie of everything, right? He's like the collector from Marvel. Traces the infinite king, not nameless king. Is Dorn dead? Oh. He's as dead as the story dictates for him is the moment. Tracing the infinite, there you go. But Tracen's the same one too that says like, oh, would you like to see like hell yeah, Wesley. I'm looking at chat, dude. This is what happens when I stream. I'm like, yeah, guys. My character's level 9 too, so either way, I'm pretty behind the curve. But like I said, Tracen has the interaction with Dante and the Blood Angels and talks about Sanguinius, right? Krorks, for those who don't know, are the precursor to orcs. They were created by the old ones to do for the war in heaven, with the Eldar and the Krorks and the old ones against the Catan and the Necrons. Ah! I can cloak too, you know. Prime Orcs. Dude, it'd be kind of cool if they, you know, if for the Greenskins they brought back, like, not brought back the Krorks, but it was like, hey, this is a character brought that is like a, they found him on like a world that was surrounded by the warp, and it's a Krork. Not a whole unit, just a single guy. And he's fucking huge. I don't really more skulls. They're part of a time of Tyranids that I don't know, actually. Is that War of the Beast? I never read the War of the Beast. I know that's Vulcan's book, basically, you know? That's what happens to Zaddy Volk. Okay, what happened? Oh, I ran out of ammo, that's why. Yeah, all my characters except for this character are maxed out. I took forever to do the sniper. I wanted to hopefully do it on the new difficulty and everything, but I'm 7, it'll be fine. Yes. Again, they're standing from the corn did to them for like a day or so. What's the red wake? That'll give you my opinions on it. I don't know the date, but yeah, it predates everything. There's no Eldar Empire yet, there's nothing, right? Like, oh, come on. I said sniping isn't, but DMRs are. I used to snipe all the time in first-person shooters, but it's not a playstyle I enjoy anymore. Am I not just hitting any heads? Corn's the national. I used to really like Corn. Now I like Zinch more. Personal preference, though, I don't like any gods. I would be like Nightlords don't really go for gods. Chaos Undivided more, right? Big broccoli guy. None. I think we missed the gene seed, right? Oh, no, you got it. Nice. Is the biggest Space Marine? Is it one of the ones from the comics? Yeah, that's another thing, too, is like, it's not a game I don't like the reason I don't play snipers as well is that they've also snipers, and especially like in COD, dude. Sniping is quick scoping. That's fucking stupid. Roboot Gilliman is like like one of the smallest Primarchs. I think it's actually just standard size by comparison. I think it'll be new. I think it'll be more enemies. I think, no. I think what we'll probably see is yeah, Battlefield over COD for sure. But if I just kind of want like, if I just kind of want to jump in and play some mess, I usually play. I don't know what this is. F. G. Nope, that's a grenade. Hype's nice, Messier. I usually play COD. I play COD if I'm just like, oh, I'm just gonna jump in real quick. Let me just jump in real quick and have some fun. But if I want to sit down and play a first-person shooter, it's definitely probably going to be Battlefield. Begin. You're not wrong, Jay. It does always need pretty big patches.
We will adapt. We always do. Talassa, I have multiple swarms moving to your location. You have their attention. Deal with them.
What do you mean? Black Hole? Some nuclear supplies. A lot of the ways that I used to play Call of Duty are still pretty applicable. I always have an assault type of class that is using an assault rifle and has like basically as much stuff to keep them shooting as possible. I always have a class that is focused almost primarily on... Okay, I think we go ahead and do this right now. I usually have a class that's focused on hipfire SMG, while also having something where it will, like, ghost, so that it actually shuts down. I can run around and go crazy, while also having as much... Oh, that's a crack, I forgot. As much like hipfire mobility as I can. I usually have some sort of DMR or LMG class. I've got an LMG class usually is coupled with shotgun. The new shotgun meta that popped up in the last Call of Duty was really fun. Okay, can I just not fucking suck right now? I feel like I can't fucking hit anything. Like, did this thing just get fucking... My sensitivity feels slow as fuck on my controller. What is... That's this one, okay. What button did I make parry? Oh, whatever button I made parry. Oh, it's this. No. I know, Crypton. Stop doing this to me. Yeah, it's fun. It's not very predatory. It's got a battle pass. I mean, those things exist nowadays, unfortunately. It has a premium level pass that you don't need. Like, it doesn't give you any player power. It just gives you more materials. Oh, shit. It's me. Oh. Got me. Ah. No, God, these fucking thing keeps coming at me. Keeps coming on me. I'm coming.
Active camouflage charged.
134 you bros here. Thank you so much for watching. Right, Pat? Oh, let's go. I'll go for, I don't know though. I'm a pretty. Oh shit. I'm a pretty twitchy gamer. So Call of Duty is definitely. Oh, okay. Okay. Definitely has its merits for me. I just cannot play with a fucking mouse and keyboard. Again? I really need to like I need to rebuild my muscle memory and just put it into mouse and keyboard because it's just better. It's better for shooting, but God, it just feels so terrible to play this game. It feels so terrible to play this game on mouse and keyboard because it's like it'd be different if melee wasn't such a huge portion of it, right? Like when you play Darktide, yeah, shoot in range if you want. It's a melee game, but the game's got. It's got two like depending on the class, it's got two different of a split. Like a Bulwark, okay, I'll shoot when I want to shoot.
Detonation in 5. Brace the shockwave.
100%. That's exactly what I do TTs. But when I get I'm in a situation like that where it's like, oh, I just got my shit run over. I got to switch over. Like, oh. Yeah, that's what I usually play with, Wesley. I was trying to do some more shooting because I was getting frustrated with how slow it was, so I gotta fix that. Those guardsmen got supplied. Smallest Imperial explosive, frag grenade.
A steadfast supporter.
Guys, if you have not yet made the switch to Twitch, make the switch to Twitch. I'm trying to get... So right now, I'm trying to get a part of this new program here. I'll show you, bros. Display capture. Right here where it says... Oh, I didn't know I added all these panels. This. We're trying to get this up to 100. We're at 54 right now, so we're half of the way. I'll show you. I'll zoom in more. Because you can't see shit. We're half of the way. God, could all this just be gone? Half of the way. Here we go. Right here. If we get to 100, then my revenue split goes from 50-50 to 60-40. I get plus points for anyone that does a tier 1 sub, it's 1 point. Tier 2 sub, it's 2 points. Tier 3 is 6 points. So, Prime subs are great. They do help me because this is also my fucking full-time job. But if you want to help contribute towards that, by all means, go ahead and do so. Otherwise, just make the switch to Twitch in general because I'm trying to be more of a Twitcher. For my streams, at least. Recently found your channel. Thank you for all the informative videos in this game. Really helpful, entertaining. You've got a new fan. Thank you very much for the $10 donation. Wesley Holder swinging in here with a piper. Thank you, dude. Thank you so much. Very kind of you. Very generous. Jay, you fucking machine. Thank you, bro. Again, guys, I mean, only do those. Like, Prime subs are free. So if you want to give a Prime sub, awesome. That, like I said, this is my full-time job. I so appreciate it. Only do the tier 1, 2, or 3 sub stuff if it's cool for you financially and stuff like that. Like, I'm not asking, like, guys, if you don't do this, I'm going to die. Like, I'm going to make it. I'm going to be just fine. I'm trying to... It just makes it so that if I get into that next tier, Prime subs I get 60-40 on, rather than right now I get 50-50. And it cascades up. So different tiers of subs give me different percentages. So 60-40 becomes my base percentage versus 50-50 is my current base. So it goes 60, 70, 80 for the new tier versus right now it goes 50, 60, 70. Dirty 30 gave out 5 community subs. Thank you very much, Dirty 30.
Fills you with determination.
I wish that gifted subs counted. They don't count. Prime subs and gifted subs don't count. It has to be like exclusively other ones, which just fucking... It is commission work. It is 100% commission work, man.
A new subscriber arrives. It fills you with determination.
What do we get? I hate that in this screen, controller is so slow. Like, look at how slow controller goes.
It fills
Ah!
subscriber arrives.
It
It fills you with determination.
You guys are the best. Thank you, dudes. I will be 100% harder. I read Yank It Harder, and that's what incepted into my brain. 100% transparent. Last month, I had the best month on both YouTube and on Twitch. Because of your guys' help, I made $2,000 on Twitch yesterday. Or nope, last month. Thank you so fucking much. 1,950, but who's counting? You guys helped me a ton. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, it didn't help. It helps, right? That what's it called? Space Marine had a program. Yeah, give out 2 subs, so it's like incentivizes you guys. But it's so huge for me. So thank you so much. I do play Assault. Your mother. What are you using? Are you swapping people on your games? Yes, I will. We'll get new people in. In fact, if you are here, if you mind jumping out, we'll get new people in. Thank you, Thrak and Destroyer's Agent. If no one joins, by all means, feel free to join back in. But yeah, we're going to swap people out. Melee damage increased 10% against Majoris. Shots against blocking your... remaining stationary for 2 seconds increases your melee primary weapons damage by... God, they're both kind of lackluster. I don't like to stay stationary for 2 fucking seconds. But if you take this and combine it with this, it's 95% damage if you're holding still. But 2 seconds is a long time. Oh boy, sleeping under there. I want the Eliminator hood. Here, I'll show you which hood I want. So... The sniper is based off of the Primaris Eliminators, which is... And I'll show you exactly which hood I want. I think everyone wants this hood too. Oh, that's a good picture. You can kind of see it here. This guy. So he's got the hood up, and he's got the mouth grill, and he's got the bionic eye. Here's another angle. You can see right there. That's the hood I want. And it'd be cool too if, well, I guess the headpiece is, you could change the color of the headpiece. Never mind. The last fusel, yeah. Yeah, the hood with the goggles. That's the closest you get. You either get the hood with the lower piece, or the hood with the goggles. But you don't get the hood with the goggles with the lower piece. It pisses me off. Right? So we get lower piece, the visor, and a sash. Give it to me. So it's everyone with primary summon.
New subscriber.
I mean, Cyclops visor is probably the next best thing, right?
Determination.
Thank you very much, Southpaw, for subbing up with Prime, my dude. If anyone wants to recommend a good chapter here, your mother, I'll help you, bro. Don't worry about it, man. I'm here for you, baby. Again, I don't really have any. I mean, it's kind of. I mean, these guys are okay. Kind of lackluster. I just haven't found a scheme that really jumps out to me for Sniper. Raven Guard is just. I mean, it's maybe size of the Emperor, but nothing has really stood out. Yeah, Raven Guard is just it's just trite, you know. We have access to all these cool things. Dude, the brazen console actually is pretty good. Yeah, I know. The Blood Ravens actually pretty good in this game too. Are they a DLC? No, they're right here. A Raptors scheme. What the hell was what was that other picture? What the hell was that other picture? Where was that other one? Oh. Yo, the original Raptors though are pretty sick. Look at these guys. Personally, rock Blood Angels for everyone, because you're a fucking man. Fucking love my Blood Angels. No, your mother. If I was playing solo, I would do the hammer. This is a cool. I mean, can I recreate that? Here, I'll get the Here's the invite for those that want to join in. I don't think we can really, because the yellow kind of sucks. And the arms. See, I don't know what color blue this is. This might be Lothern blue. Lothern. Astral Knights. Let's take a look at Astral Knights. Astral Knights are cool, but that's going to be really hard to pull off because the trim on this is not going to be really good. Scorpion skin, like honestly, I think if you're playing solo, the hammer's the way to go. Where's this corpse? That's actually pretty good. I like this. Celestial Lions would be nice because the new Auric Gold is coming as one of the successor chapters. Show me. Prove it. Prove it, dude. I did it in one of the previous streams. I will do it today for you, but I'm just not going to do it right now. What did you guys want? What was the other one? Yeah, Celestial Lions we can't do right now because we have fucking the worst possible thing. Let's swap this up. Let me see if I can do it. After this mission, I'll do it, okay? Oh, I liked it. Canis Rufus Lupus. Guys, if I got another dog... if I got another dog, which, I mean, that sounds dumb. I can't decide on a name. I would... Remus sounds like a good name, like Romulus or Remus, but Roman's name is Roman, not Romulus, so... Let me see if I can do this. Russ actually would be a kind of a cool name. Oh, is it short for Russell? I'd be like, no. It is short for short for the name for the Allfather. Limesack, if you want, go ahead and join the Discord and you can put it in the Discord.
A steadfast supporter.
And then the shoulder pads. This is actually not too bad of a skin. I mean, it's not very sniper-ish. How do you blend in, brother? I blend in with the power of the color blue. The problem is we have Averland Sunset, which is a yellow-orange. We don't have Dorn yellow. Okay, guys, why don't you shut the fuck up, okay? Huh? Don't correct me on my own stream. I don't like how much green is in this yellow, though. The reason I don't like Deathwatch Drip Yacht is that it clips through the cape. I don't really know what color that is. They'll never see me coming. It's not a... Why is that swapped? We'll do this and then make it like a that and a this.
Another loyal devotee.
Ah, see, I hate that. This thing has like a shitty opacity, so it fucking gets... It just gets messed up. This is not bad. That's pretty cool. Definitely different, right? Whacked Sundew subscribed for 6 months at tier 1. Thank you, bro. You have contributed to the program. Thank you, man. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. It also has to factor too, some skins look terrible here but look better in the actual game. I think too here I would do... Actually, I'd probably do this. That's pretty cool. Oh, dude, let's take a look at the drip here. Zangetsu over here with the Chakarodons. Thank you, man. I got you into the worst hobby to ever be a part of, but I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're with us. That's looking pretty sick. The Sharky Boy, it's a set thing already here, right? Oh, there. Yeah, the sharks look pretty good. You could probably swap this to just gray. And it might look a little bit better. Even the fang kind of looks a little bit better. Less of like that punchy saturated blue. But I do kind of like that blue. What do you guys think? The Fang is a blue-gray, for those who know. It's full Death Guard green with the last green cable hood to match. It probably like 45 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever, your mother. Where is standard gray? Void Tridents look really good, dude. The Void Tridents look really, really good. Unfortunately, I think the Black Templars look great. That's not unfortunate. I was going to say, unfortunately, the white colors look really, really good in this game. The white and the black looks really good. Anything in between gets kind of funky because the colors don't really make a good transition. Red Scorpions look good, man. They look pretty good with this scheme. What are we doing here? Are we doing the Raptors, the Red Scorpions? See, like, as soon as you can do... You can do the Flesh Terrors. Yeah. Flesh Terrors only look good, though, if you actually have the Aquila to paint. You saw my older lore videos? How'd they do for you? Did I miss my calling? Should I not have abandoned the world of 40k lore? The Blood Ravens does look really good, too. Or do look really good, too. The Blood Raven's also just one of those ones that just looks solid all the way around. They're not really supposed... That's more of like a fan theory that they've become Blood Angel's successor chapter stuff. Or Thousand Suns thing. I try to do the Death Specters. Did you see the Death Spectre on there? Marine Carmine? They just don't look good without the Aquila. Because the Aquila gives them like visual contrast. This is the Death Specters right here. But without that big chest piece, there's no real visual difference here, right? I'm thinking the new weapon... Oh, dude, that... Now looking at this light looks great, Sengetsu. Leftovers look... Oh, man, Iron Handed out. You both have the Robo Arms. Iron Hand looks good. Looks really good on the heavy. Yeah, it's from Dawn of War. Red Scorpions too? What? Do they? Oh, they do. Oh, so I couldn't fucking see. Oh, they have a yellow stripe. What match do you guys want? Okay, now the Donald Duck vibes just fucked me up, dude. You just had to say that. You just had to say Donald Duck. Could have been any fucking Looney Tunes character and you chose Donnie Duck. Donnie Duck's from New Jersey. Hey, fucking suffering succotash. What you fucking want me to do over here, eh? Yeah, why not? Decaf? Okay, we can do decaf. I think the Death Specters are fine. You just need to go through. You need to have all the sniper gear unlocked because then you get the chest piece that has the Aquila. You don't get it until the very end.
Praise
Dark Angel Yacht subbed up with Prime. Thank you, dude. I don't know if we're gonna hit 300 this month, but we just have half a month to hit there. Matt Morrow, glad to help you out, dude. Was it the PvP one that I was breaking down, or was it a PvE video? Oh man, oh, this video is doing so well, and I needed it. I was like, fuck, what am I don't know what content to put out anymore. Didn't the guy create a new chapter in that? I thought he did. I am not using the last Fusel right now because I don't have the last Fusel perks. This guy's only level like 7, 9 now at this point, I think. I'm leveling up the sniper for the first time. Oh, dude, this, you see, this is an example. This didn't look that great on the barge, but now when you're playing in person, like, this looks really good. I mean, I've seen Red Scorpions in person, and they look amazing. Videos, and now I'm getting into Warhammer. I'm going to try my hand at painting Dark Angel Combat Patrol soon. Fuck yes. If you want help learning how to paint, I recommend my two really good friends, the Painting Coach and War Hipster. I talk to them all the time. They help me on my painting journey. There are so many really good... yeah, I've seen Red Scorpions in person. Brotherhood of Nod, yeah, 100%. They're in space! I watch a lot of painting content creators. I personally like War Hipster and Painting Coach the most, next to like Juan Hidalgo, because they have approachable skill levels. Like, dude, I watch Ninjon, I watch Squidmar, I watch Miniac, and they're all fucking fiends. They're so good. They're so good. But I will probably never have a model anywhere close to the quality that they put out. At least not in like the next year. But War Hipster and Painting Coach, they deliberately create content in a way that is supposed to be approachable to a like, for example, War Hipster doesn't do sub-assembly, which is the notion of you put pieces of the model not together so you can paint them separately so they're easier to get to. He's like, I put them like that so that people that put their models together that are brand new to the hobby, they can learn how to paint something without thinking like they need to have the heads or the shoulder pads separated and stuff like that. So that's why I watch Josh, who's War Hipster. And I think I've always been really big on the Citadel paint system, and Painting Coach is who turned me on to the silvers in Vallejo's line. He's like, yeah, you can definitely keep fucking around with all the shitty Citadel silvers, or just get like the 3 or 4 that are equivalent to the Citadel range, and you're like set, because Citadel has really good golds. So I use that now, and like painting silver is like a fucking breeze. I'll definitely check them out. I'm entirely new to the mini painting scene. Yeah, they're gonna, because they use, for example, War Hipster does Contrast Plus, meaning that he only uses contrast paints to a certain point in the video, and then he goes, okay, we've got you battle ready. Let me teach you the edge highlighting of what I would do if I wanted to get this the next step. Your lighting skills? What's that? Like lighting for the videos? Or for pictures? Well, I think okay, if we're using the power comparison between Warhammer 40k versus Star Trek versus Star Wars, the reason that 40k wins, in my opinion, is that because people don't compare the universe, they're comparing the Federation to the Empire to the Imperium, right? I think the reason that 40k wins is because 40k is like a is a total war society. They contribute all of their resources towards the production and means of producing more elements for war. Oh, 100%. That's the only reason the Imperium exists. I have not, Frank, but I would definitely would once I actually got stuff going. Like, the Federation's about peace, but they do have war, right? Like, that's part of it. The Empire is more of a police, like a galactic policing state more than anything, right? The Galactic Empire isn't as focused on expanding. Yeah, Nomad, we have a Discord. Well, and that's like the big thing too, right? Like, oh, that's... If you're watching on YouTube, do make the switch to Twitch. That does help me out a bit here, or quite a bit here. Sith Empire, though, that's a good point, though. There's the Discord. Sith Empire would be 100% dedicated to war. But I still think, like... I think that, like... a legion of Space Marines versus the Sith Empire wins. Because I think on one-on-one, a Sith beats a Space Marine, hands down. I don't know about Librarian versus a Sith, because I could say that a Force weapon is on par with a... What are the weapons that are not lightsabers, but they're used to spar with lightsabers in Star Wars? I keep wanting to say Volkite, but that's not it. Vibro blades. Yes, thank you, Darth. A force weapon's pretty equivocal to a vibro blade. Okay, that was terrible. Careful, the Sith have... Why am I being careful? I don't have to be careful. The Sith have numbers, humans, and droids. I mean, but like... What does that mean in the face of, like, a Space Marine Legion, right? Like, they'll nuke the planet. Oh! I don't know. I think one Legion would be enough for the Empire. Yeah, I know, but you're right. A lightsaber would cut through power armor like a hot knife through butter, but that's why I'm saying a force weapon is comparable to a vibroblade. But just choose a Legion. I don't know. I don't think any one Legion's better than any other Legion for Sith Empire fight, you know? Maybe Thousand Suns, because they'd be more, like, you know, on par when it comes to force capabilities and psychic capabilities. But yeah, also that's the biggest thing, right? Like, is so much of that stuff exists on its own power scales. And it's always so funny when people are like, who would win, like, Master Chief or a Space Marine? Who would win, the Doom guy or a Space Marine? It's like, yeah, there you go. Wrath of Rio just said, who would win? You can't compare. Because you're looking at a Space Marine versus... It's like saying, I think a better comparison would be who would win, a Spartan or a Space Marine. And I think a Space Marine wins.
The Hive Tyrant will reach your position shortly. Join the Imperial Guard defenses up on the bridge and lure that Xenos Colossus into the kill zone.
I don't know. I think it depends too much on the Psyker. Just like it depends just as much as on the Force user. Because the problem with all of it is it's a narrative fluff thing, right? Like, oh, okay, I'll grab the melted bomb. It's a narrative fluff thing, right? Like an Alpha Prime Psyker can destroy a planet, just like I'm just saying Darth Sidious. I know Darth Sidious can't. Can destroy a planet. You know, like when you compare the narrative leaders, they're always stronger, right? It's just like the Rubicon Primaris is incredibly dangerous. Only an X amount of them, people that go through it, survive. Well, who doesn't survive? People that are not consequential to the narrative and the lore. Like, they talk about Marnius Calgar going through the Rubicon Primaris and all of his retinue. And then they say, just in a sentence, and only 3 of his retinue made it through. Okay, well, fucking, I guess we don't care about those guys. Well, because the name of it's called the Rubicon Primaris, and they call it crossing the Rubicon, just like Caesar crossed the Rubicon. Like, it's just a fucking thing, you know? Like, it's just a fucking thing. The Brits aren't known for their incredibly, they're very well known for their very derivative ideas. Is all I'm going to say, you know. We got one real good one who made all these really cool original ones. Let's just keep borrowing it. Tolkien. Yeah, loves pig Latin. Warhammer Space Marine, hands down. Because the StarCraft Space Marine is based off of Warhammer Space Marine. It was originally going to be a Warhammer Space Marine. And then there was a lawsuit. Blizzard was contracted and said, nah, we don't want to work with you guys anymore. You want too much creative oversight. And they're like, well, you can't do that.
Defend this position until the Tyranid command unit is executed. Understood, my lord. May the Emperor guide our lasguns to your support. Ready up, 8th. Show the Emperor's angels what we are made of. Left flank. See us on the roof.
I love StarCraft. StarCraft is one of like the best like space cowboy shits. Dude, right, Korosame? I said that in my video. I was like, watch, here come all the fucking Helldivers fans. They're like, this copies from Helldivers. It's like, you mean that they copied it? It's an old model. It's just that's how like fandoms are, right? They're like, oh, it copied this, it copied that. It's like Space Marines are a copy of Starship Troopers. The very first ever documentation in literature, like popular literature, for mechanized exosuit like unit is in Starship Troopers. Yeah, exactly. The Helldivers dev said, like, yeah, we played Warhammer. That's why it looks like that. I agree with you, man. Like, I don't like a lot of alien races in games because they're aliens, right? Like, I'm like, I fucking play humans. But I love the Protoss. When I play StarCraft, I mained Protoss. What the hell is that? What the hell is this?
Keep your eyes peeled. The Xenos made a beast will be official range shortly.
It's really terrible today, guys. Sorry. Honestly, it would be really cool if they just spent... I think rather than reviving Fire Warrior, because I think Fire Warrior is kind of a really boring concept, because Fire Warriors aren't like holding the line in the way that I think of like a Space Marine. I think if they took the concept of the game Fire Warrior and instead did it with Eldar Rangers and basically did Star Wars Commando, I think it'd be a way more enjoyable game. Dude, Tyranids are so easy to paint. No, Blitz. They won't. The reason they let Fantasy end is because it wasn't popular in the U.S. It had too high of a barrier of entry, and it cost them too much to produce. Producing a model costs a lot, and every time you add different sculpts to that model, you're basically increasing your cost substantially, like almost doubling it. So single pose sculpts cost Games Workshop near nothing, near nothing by comparison to a sculpt with multiple parts on it. And every single fantasy box had multiple parts. People weren't playing it. They're like, we gotta downsize this because people are playing 40K because the barrier of entry is much lower. Warhammer Fantasy is sick as fuck, but to field an entire fantasy army is cost-wise huge, time investment huge, and model massive. Like there's so many models in even a Bretonnian army. I would not XLV. I cannot play orcs. I think orcs are so boring and so annoying. Because here's what the fucking campaign would be like the entire time. Alright, we gonna get ourselves some Yumis. You go get yourself in the drop pod, get yourself some grog, and go take yourself ahead. Like, oh god. I gotta listen to that for 30 fucking hours? What you want? Yeah, it's just, oh my god. Could you just imagine what you get? And we're gonna get ourselves some Yumis. Some Space Marines. Like, I don't want to fucking listen to someone from fucking Sussex for 30 hours straight. Nah, why not Blitz? Why Blitz? Why does it have to have a lore end? I mean, look how long Star Wars has been going on. There doesn't need to be a narrative ending for a lore. I mean, there really rarely ever is, right? There is for a narrative within the lore, like Lord of the Rings has a narrative ending. But then it goes on. I know. I don't not like orcs. I just think they're really annoying. Like, orcs in tabletop are super cool. They used to be even cooler with their mob up rules. The thief and the loot. We're gonna get ourselves plenty of loot. Get the boys on the truck. I don't think so, Korosame. I think it's too similar to the Tyranids. I'd rather have Necrons. This is another reason why I want to be a voice actor.
An earnest disciple.
Vox signal negligible.
Nomad, it blocked the word army that you mistyped. They do eat people. They eat fucking everything. They're fungi. Their reproduction is insane. Their fantasy reproduction shows it a little bit better. How squigs eat Gretchen, but orcs eat squigs. So, and then the orcs shit, and the shit is fungus that creates more of the other ones. Like, it's just a fucking it's a poop circle of life. Yeah, you just have scarab swarms as your Minoris. Then you have Necron warriors that constantly move towards you. Like, that's, I think, their thing. They're just, that's what their focus is. They just want to move towards you and then get into melee with you. And if you kill them, they have a chance to stand back up. And then you have like an extremist, or I'm sorry, whatever the boss is. Oh no. Stop it. That is a Necron Lord. You have the Destroyers. That'd be a sick one too. Favorite fantasy army? High elves. Yeah, man, High Elves are fucking sick as fuck. High Elves and Bretonians. Bretonians were the very first army I ever created. I bought the 5th edition Warhammer book, or Warhammer starter set, and it was Lizardmen versus High Elves. Or, sorry, Lizardmen versus Bretonians. Then I got the Bretonian book, and that was the first army I ever created. Not the French. The High Elves, if anything, are colonial Britain. Oh, Bretonians are French. I see what you're saying. You know, the elf arrogance thing is not necessarily like... I don't know, dude. You read those books. There's not necessarily anything that tells me the elves are overly haughty and arrogant. It feels more like a... Oh, fuck the book. Every time I bring up how stupid dwarfs are, I always gotta hear, that's a grudge and it's good in the book. You mean the book that fucking is adding a new page every year because you guys just can't finish anything? Gives a fuck about a dwarf. Oh, rock and stone. Fuck yourself. You're a dwarf. Yeah, you know, Zerk, that's a really good point, right? Like, in the books, like the... Yeah, you hear that? Yeah, that's right. You hear that? You hear that unmitigated dwarf hate? Not to be confused, we're talking about dwarfs from the I'm leaving, fuck you. The fantastical ones. Because every time I say I like high elves, I got one fucking dude who's always like, that's going in the book, that's a grudging. Oh! You mean that's a bunch of shit that's never going to get resolved? They have wronged us. I like... Lord of the Rings dwarfs are really cool. And the visual look of dwarfs is very fucking cool in Warhammer. I love it. Yeah, see? That's a grudging. Look at it. There's it. It's a grudging. What are you going to do about it? Nothing. You're going to paint your fucking hair orange and forsake your family because you failed. Oh, no. Dwarves are the only ones that don't learn from their mistakes. War of the Beards? Uh-oh. You can't call it that, Marine Carmine. War of the Beard? That implies you're a High Elf fan. You mean the War of Vengeance? The only reason that War of the Beard is quote-unquote, the High Elves didn't fuck anyone up. They sieged the same city for like 9 years, and it didn't work. And they killed the Phoenix King because the Phoenix King was like, fine, kill me, and then we'll end the stupid war. Nah, their stubbornness annoys me. Tenacity is different than stubbornness, in my opinion. Oh, fuck. Not going well, guys. No, the squats are still in it. They literally just added them back in. Uh-oh, that's not gonna be good. Ironbreaker was so good in Warhammer Online. Oh, nice. Yeah, this guy is only level 7. I'm level 9 now, I think, at this point. Oh, crap, really? No, Leagues of Votann are different than the squats. During the war of Beard, they didn't have like gunpowder like they had now. They were using like a lot of... Damn, I jumped back and into it. Dude, this is gonna fuck me up. That's gonna fuck me up big time, see? Oh, get away. You can dump aggro, but you can still just use your fucking psychic shit at me? I don't know, dude. Did you see those new squat models? That was really bad. Yeah, they're abhumans, but they're not squats. Thank God. But did you see those big suits of armor they've got? Those suits of armor are not the coolest. Yeah, but it could be a chunky looking armor, but it doesn't have any detail on it. It's just kind of like this weird smooth armor.
Excellent work, brother. Any contact with
Talassa to Damocles. The alien contaminates our world no longer.
That's weird, Black Hole. Alright, guys, if you are watching on YouTube, make the switch to Twitch! I don't know. Slaves of Darkness are sick. That's my AOS army. I do not like the Lumineth Realm Lords very much. I think they're a little too static. Leftovers and Sengetsu, thank you very much for joining in. JR, actually, AOS doesn't need to do anything. AOS is in a really good place. AOS went from the ugly stepchild, right? Because it's like, you took over fantasy, fuck you. Now AOS is in a really good spot. It has amazing models. It has good lore now. It doesn't have this jumbled up weird fucking fever dream lore, like literally fever dream. Like Manfred has fever dreams. That's not even a joke. The player base is really cool. Most people that play at 40k go to Age of Sigmar to try it out for like a match or two with like an escalation league in the local game store. Entirely different player base. Way more chill, way more relaxed, way less try hard. Because also like the models, you can Timmy an army with just like one single big guy and like a couple small dudes. Fantasy is back. Marine Carmine, Old World. I agree. Stormcast Eternals are I think Stormcast Eternals suffer from the same problem that Space Marines suffer from. No, I don't ever need you. Ever again, Milk and Cookies. Yeah, man. Let me know when you're done. Message me. If I don't respond to Discord, just here, I'll just text me, it's easier because sometimes I don't see the Discord messages. What's your favorite corruption of Roboot Gilman? What do you mean? Yes, text. More it seems like it's been getting more love and intelligent rules change, and yes, the player. Yeah, it's also the models are beautiful. My problem with 40K is it's like, okay, here's another. It's Warhammer Day. It's Gamescom or Games Adepticon Day. It's Announcement Day, and here's a bunch of stuff, and a Space Marine and a Space Marine. Here's a bunch of stuff and a Stormcast Eternal. That's the problem I think with both. It's just you have such bloat. And a lot of those things fall usually into FOMO boxes or FOMO promotions. Fear of missing out, FOMO. Dude, like, Eldar are fucking sick. Dark Eldar are so sick. I almost went Dark Eldar rather than Black Templars coming back into 10th. I probably won't do a competition, man. I can't deal with like the net decking toxicity of the competition world. The reason I didn't play Dark Eldar though is there's enough models that haven't been redone that I think they'll get a redo. And Black Templars just got a big pass on the 9th edition. The Incubi are my favorite, one of my favorite models in all of 40K right now. Game Empire closed and reopened, and they got new owners. Dude, Zangetsu, look at that drip, dude. That is drip. That is just looking good. You made the Power Fist proud today. Yes, I think so, Zakinator. That's why I do Space Marine stuff. I think also, Zach, mold-wise, if I'm talking like the molds behind Space Marines, they have two of the same components or slightly different components. Whereas the Dark Eldar have vastly different models from model to model. Eldar have a wide range too, right? Like every single one of the aspects has a whole different look for their models. Tau have the Tau warrior, fire warriors, then the Kroot, then each one of the crisis suits. So I think that Space Marines make them the most money because they're the most recognizable thing within their lore. But I think too, they make them the most money because it's probably, and I don't know, the cost is really low. I do not miss the old pewter models at fucking all. Oh my god, I was such a pain in the ass with those guys. That's sick. Leftovers, come over here. Come into the light battle, brother. I like that white stripe on there. It looks good. Dripples, nipples. All right, let's get 2 new people in here. Korn used to be my favorite, but really, and thank you guys so much, Leftovers and Zangetsu, for jumping in and having fun with us. 2 new people jump on in. Instantly kill an enemy commander. Archons with Incubi are stupid good. And Drazhar got a beautiful new model too. Absolutely, man. Thank you for jumping in. What mission are we doing, my dudes? Atreus. I hate Slanesh. Although the new what is it? Terror Carnival of Slanesh. Those models are really cool. That came out for AOS like 2 years ago or a year ago. Want the fall of Atreus? Can do it. What kind of drip we got? Oh man, look at Yacht over here. Angels of Retribution? Which angels are these? And then Super Gamer going with, I don't know which chapter is. But a Death Watch scheme on here. A semi-Death Watch scheme. Just Death Watch armor pieces. Have who interacted with Space Marines? Everyone has interacted with everyone in the 40k lore right now. Oh, Deathwing Knights on the Bulwark. I gotcha. Hopefully they'll let us eventually fucking edit the tabards. Oh, yeah, red. Okay, I see it. Is this supposed to be the Angel's Retribution? It's on the...
Our path to Aurora is barred by the Thousand Suns Silver Tower. We do not have any ordnance on Temerium that can destroy it.
Well, last legs, we are the 6th company in the campaign. Amadon, they're separate worlds within the same thought. At one point, the Warhammer Fantasy world existed in the 40k universe. Then at another point, it was a 40k universe. It was a 40k planet in the warp. Now they've said no, they're separate things entirely. They're not connected. But like it used to be like the Lizardmen found a communicator of the Eldar. Yeah, it was an old White Dwarf thing. Because the old ones are the same old ones from the 40k lore, which are just basically Flan, giant lizardmen. And the War in Heaven's kind of why the universe is the way it is. The old ones created pretty much everything. Yeah, I don't know, Zach. That's like I feel like that's more of the end times fluff. It's fucking they bring Khal Drago, whatever the fuck his name is, into end times. Not really, but like they see him in the Garden of Nurgle. I'm like, stop it. Like you don't need to have that, Matt Ward. Oh, that was missing.
Another loyal devotee.
$186 you bros right now. 87 though are on YouTube. Make the switch to Twitch if you can. It does help me out quite a bit. If you have a free Prime sub you're not ready to use this month, use it on me. Trying to get towards that new commission structure wherein I need tier 1, 2, or 3 subs. So if you want to use any of those on me, I would greatly appreciate it. Prime subs and gifted subs don't contribute to it, but this is also my full-time job, so I need those either way. Scarico, subbing up with Prime. Thank you very much. Kabanda. Kabanda's in both.
It fills you with determination.
Who said that they used to watch my old 40K lore? Did anyone else watch it? Did anyone miss it? I thought about doing it again, but I don't know, man. I won't lie to you guys. I lost my love for the hobby covering lore. Does your melee weapon damage or rarity affect assault ground pound damage? I don't know. I have to assume it does. Whamfom, because it goes up, you know, as you're doing damage, as you move up in the relic tiers. The best way to test that would be to go play assault, use the Thunderhammer, go use on the lowest, shittiest standard, go jump into Inferno, and go drop onto something right at the beginning. Then put on your nice best hammer, and then go try it again. Oh hell, that's cool, Zach. Mortified Penguin, I have not touched Total War recently at all. Realistically, I probably won't play Total War on the channel ever again. They would need to do a new thing. Rome 3, Medieval 3, Empire 2 would all bring me back. But as it stands right now, I've covered so much Total War Warhammer. I have over 1,000 hours across all 3 games, and maybe 15 or 20 of those are my personal enjoyment. The rest are all strictly work related. A new Shogun for sure. Yeah, a new Shogun for sure. Zakinator, I was supposed to be doing a contract for to cover the new fucking thing, but my game was fucked up. I couldn't load in. It would just crash my games. I finally got it working last week, and then I had all these internet issues. So I unfortunately am not doing that contract anymore. But I will still do CK3 content. I mean, call me crazy. I don't know enough about business and bullshit of the sorts. I feel like to prevent these fucking conglomerations and like pseudo monopolies, if a company reaches a certain size, it should not be viable to increase commercial diversity. No, you cannot change the AI team. It's random. Oh, I think for sure on assault, the hammer is the way to go. Now, after patch 3.0. No. Oh shit, that's what it was. What the fuck's attacking me? No, I agree, Frank. There's too much greed. There's way too much greed. That's why I think it'd be great if, like, okay, Microsoft can't buy Activision Blizzard because it's breached this much in yearly revenue. I'm trying to think of a metric, right, that you could do it. Because the problem, I think, is like you have all these companies buying up all these other companies, and you might as a person have a stance. Go, you know what? I'll never use Facebook ever again. The amount of my friends that said I don't like what Facebook's doing anymore. You know, I don't trust that company. I'm not going to be using Facebook anymore. But you can find me on Instagram. I'm like, Like, I don't really support Disney. I'm not a big fan of anything that they do. I'll never want to do anything Disney related ever again. Well, I'm gonna put on ESPN.
Our modest fellowship expands. Praise the sun.
Like the shell company or the like the parent company that owns too, like a bunch of that shit, but you'd never know, right? Like I agree. I think it's like monopolies should not be like, oh, I've monopolized the industry. It should be that companies should not be able to have like ownership, like stuff like that. I mean, you call it capitalism, call it whatever you want, but capitalism requires free enterprise and competition to constantly be a capitalistic society. And if you constantly take away that, and it's basically a homogenized product across multiple industries owned by like 4 companies, it's oligopoly.
Consoles. Then awaken them in the correct sequence.
Where is it? Where is it? The present. You got patch 3.
The restoration sequence will reset without the second input.
Where's that second one, man? It's not this one. Not so... Marbo, what are you saying? Not that one. Not that one. It's got to be Blinky Blinky. Yeah, I think if they try to buy each other before it's too big, that's different. That's totally fine. I feel like, you know, okay, hey, this is an up-and-coming, soon-to-be competitor of ours. We'll buy them out before they get too big. But I don't think a company like Activision... first off, I don't think Activision should have been able to buy fucking Blizzard, because we saw what happened there. It just put the big dick of corporate law up the butt of Blizzard. But I'm not... I mean, you can also make the argument that it also bankrolled things, right? Like... Microsoft buying things is really not bad in my opinion. Microsoft is very good at saying, okay, here's money. Just make us whatever money you can. We don't care. We're so huge. But it just kind of sucks that so much of it is just homogenized. Oh, I thought I reloaded. Guess not. Oh! 100%, man. Like, if anything, if anyone's gonna ruin stuff that humans make, it's humans. That's just the reality of it. Can't do anything about that, brothers. It's kind of why I don't believe in, like, global conspiracies. Because it's so hard. It's so hard just to get a company of, like, 5 people to negotiate the time for a fucking luncheon, dude. Let alone a global conspiracy. Can't shoot this, can I? Oh, I can. Oh!
Deceitful tongue silenced.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean, Tom. Like, it's like you have like these cross-industry purchasing from this one parent company. It's like there are like 6 or 7 companies that own pretty much everything right now, all the major stuff. Like, oh, I don't like to go to Best Buy. I'll go to the Target. They're both owned by the same company, I think. I don't know if that's true, but my point remains. It's like when you make a decision as a consumer, the kind of gotcha is that there's another hand behind the scenes. It's like, you're still gonna give me the money. Why are you stuck on average difficulty? Yes, they buffed the ground pound in patch 3.
Take all you can carry. Objective on the other side. Resources acquired.
Oh, my foot. Fuck. Ow. Ow. Left pocket, right pocket, same pair of pants.
We will report it to the Ordo Xenos. Continue with the mission. There are more pressing heresies that need our attention.
We will put the arch enemy in our sight shortly.
No, I stepped on my fucking... the wheel on my bike. Yeah, there's a lot of shit, Digby, when it comes to like consumer marketing. But you know, I should. Who here has been in chat when I have? Well, how did you not get the patch, brother? Who here has been in chat when I've talked about the video I want to make with titled "What is wrong? What is wrong with the gaming industry right now?" Because I've talked about it so many times, and I've broken it down to 3 things, but... Ah! Are you Greek? No, Theodore, I am not. Amadon remembers. So... to bring it up again, I want to do a video titled, it would be more of an op-ed piece, but it would not be just simply like my opinion. Actually, no, Tomic. So, the problem with the... but I've been in a comment so many times, I feel like I don't know what you should say. The problem with the video game industry is 3 things. The first thing is the upper to middle management of video game companies. And this is an anecdotal experience. Well, I guess that it is, but it's personal. It's actual like hardcore or a fact experience, like what's it called, concrete fact. What's happening is video game industry is suffering from the same problem that corporate America suffers from. People jump from title to title to make more money, and as a company to company, position to position. You know, you don't stay at a company for like a year and a half. You leave once you get to be like, hey, they're not going to pay me more. Jump over here to get more money. It's because no one's looking out for me, type of thing. And what happens is you don't have people staying at video game companies like they used to for large stints of times for multiple things. That's more of a prevalence in Japan. People stay on companies because it's a loyalty thing. That's a cultural thing in Japanese culture and Japanese corporate. Not a corporate America. That's not a thing, right? Japanese corporate systems. But what's happening is you've got people that are coming from, say, like EA, these large game companies, and they're bringing the behaviors of those game companies over to smaller game companies. Here's an example. In the marketing ramp up for Total War Warhammer 2, those of you that remember it, it was every single month was dedicated to another faction of the 5 launch factions, right? Warhammer 2 was announced in May. It was launched in September. And... oh, fuck it. Companies not wanting to keep their staff as a huge part. Yeah, 100%. 100%. They had a market ramp up. They would start the month with a roster reveal and a trailer, and they would tell you more about the game mechanics of that faction. They would do a lot of stuff, a lot of videos, a lot of content creation, a lot of information all throughout that month. It built a lot of hype. Warhammer 3, by example, the head of content was not the same person. This was a new person from EA, and that person worked on Borderlands and other projects. He worked on like other EA things like FIFA. It's not the same player base. So when you move companies, what works for one company doth not work for the other. The marketing ramp up for Warhammer 3 was god awful by comparison. And it was also stymied by a lot of issues when it came to not knowing what feature sets were going to make it through de-scoping of the project. So those things all just kind of happen. That's just the way games are. Games usually get to a certain point and they go, well, we're getting pretty close to launch. Let's start to de-scope this and swap things out because we can't have 700 mechanics. We have to kind of change this around. So that kind of makes it a hard relationship between content and content creation, the internal content creation team that makes all the promotional stuff, and dev. So you have a middle manager, head of content creation, which is head of the content team is in charge of both marketing and content at Creative Assembly. So when you have that individual who's fresh over from EA trying to kind of pull the shots and play the shots of EA or another company that just doesn't have the same viewer demographic, you have different viewer expectations. So that's problem number one with the gaming industry. Why? I don't get any benefit of using the cloak right now. I don't have any perks that really do anything with it. Like, I'm just gonna get a shot out of it. I'm using this gun. I'm only like level 13 on this character, so I don't have any of the cool perks for it. That's problem number one. Middle management having a disconnect between the player base and the developers, all of which are usually very passionate. Lower workers in a game company are usually very passionate and usually fans. The second problem is publication and syndication of publication for video games. Content creators, Twitch streamers, YouTubers, and Kotaku, GameSpot, all gaming publication are actively contributing to the downfall of like the video game industry. Frank, I thought you were saying I had a disconnect. I got so upset. And what's happening is you have polarizing content creation, right? All content creation skews towards the negative. I mean, I'm in this category. I try to have my content be informative or at least positive because I know how much content is only geared towards the negative. And you have publication websites that is geared towards clicks. Publication websites, GameSpot is a really good example. GameSpot is owned by I knew this answer and I can't remember now. I can't remember. Someone tell me who GameSpot is owned by. IGN is another good example. These are owned by these massive companies that are pushing clicks. They're not pushing content, real hard, good content. They're pushing, they want viewers, they want eyes. CNET, thank you, Thurgity. And because of the fucking shitlord marketing bros in the early aughts that fucked up the way that we consume articles titles are no longer catchy article titles. They are fucking whole entire sentences now. You look at an article title and it's always like, where are we going? To the left. It's always like, you'll never believe. It used to be, you'll never believe what happened. And now it's, when I played Space Marine 2, I knew that this was going to be the thing that carried me and made me want to play the game for a long, long time. A really good time. I really enjoyed the game. That's an article title, nowadays. Like, it's never just like Space Marine 2. Good game or best game, like something that makes you intrigued. People read the titles and they get mad and sensational about it. So content creation, that's your second thing. 7 out of 10 used to be really good, yeah. Yeah, dude, there's so many. Yeah, GameSpot now does a thing every time it releases a 10.0 review. It goes, here's the history of all of our 10.0s. I'm like, bro, you've released half this list is in the last 2 years. Fuck off. There's not that many 10.0 games. Dude, Zach Nader, new Diablo season has created a massive rift with old fans over creative ideas. No, it has not. Yeah, spin this bad boy. Spin that bad boy. And then he was fired like 3 days ago. It takes me, I do, actually. Spin again. And spin again. Chaotic neutral, that's not chaotic narwhal, that's not even the syntax anymore though. That's like the syntax of like 3 years ago. Now it's like these top 10 Easter eggs are going to be the thing that makes you better at the game, but you should probably focus on them first before doing anything else. That's the fucking title. The title is a whole thing. Or the title is like reductive reasoning. This game is this game meets that game. Okay. And it's always like Skyrim meets Mass Effect, or Skyrim meets Battlefield, or Skyrim meets Mario. It's always some sort of like two games that I gotta see what this is about. Where'd you go? In a year of controversy, this game's give a bit of the Skyrim feeling. That's 100%. That's it. Now, we've talked about two things. The third thing that is, and I think honestly, this is kind of why, like, making this video, I have to script it, because I have to couch this the right way. The biggest and largest contributor to the downfall of the video game industry is the consumer. People are actively fucking over the industry that they love so much. And a lot of that comes down to, it comes down to, I would say the average gamer, I think the statistic is something like the average gamer is like 28, 29, or maybe it's in their early 30s. It's something like that. It's a millennial. Yes, Frank, too many people want cheap and easy. It's the average gamer. Okay, come on, stop that shit. The average gamer. It's not even a microtransaction thing. I'll talk about that in a sec, though. Can we where the fuck? Yeah, average gamer, stop that shit. Where the hell did this sorcerer go? Oh, great. Of course I'd fall down. So the average gamer stopped doing their due diligence. They trust the publication websites that are not there to help them. IGN is not the hard-hitting group of like ragtag basement fucking publicators anymore that it once was. But because we are so familiar with our we're so familiar with like our nostalgia, and things that have been a staple in the past are no longer that staple. So GameSpot is not something to be trusted. Truly, I think you should look at Metacritic. I'm getting tricked by E3 year after year after year. I think you should look at Metacritic. I don't think you should even look at player reviews. I don't think they're worthwhile anymore, because that's another thing. We jump to rage bait. We jump to review bombing. Review bombing is not a good tactic in my mind. I think more often than not, it hurts game developers, because if you review bomb and the reviews, because people don't ever really backstep the review bomb. It hurts small developers, and large developers will get their funding plugged if the reviews stay low enough. They're like, well, people aren't buying your game. Look, it's got mixed reviews. I remember when IGN and Game Planet were like the same fucking back end. So you've got that. You have gaming tribalism that exists. Is this game better than Helldivers 2? Or this game copied so much from Helldivers 2? Or this is the same thing that Helldivers 2 did? Fuck off. Two good games can exist in the same space. So gaming tribalism has created this fucking terrible, terrible, toxic environment for gaming industry. And min-maxing. So because there's gaming tribalism, there's also min-maxing. And if you're not a min-maxer, you fucking suck. You're trash. You're dog water. You're the apple's tits, whatever it is. So gamers can't even unify. They can't even come around to the terms of, hey, let's vote with your wallet, because that truly is how you end any kind of microtransaction. But more importantly, the gamer doesn't. The average gamer doesn't fucking care. Like, they have a wife and kids sometimes. They have a full-time job. They play a video game for maybe on average, I think it's something like 12 hours of a game are played on average when it's purchased or something like that. It's something super small. So people buy games, don't really play them, play just bits of them, and then move on. And they don't care about the issue with the game. They don't care about the balance. They don't care about the microtransaction store. They're things that they either don't interact with or freely interact with. And I think the culture war is a rage bait. When people came on this game, they're like, I'm not going to play that game. It's written by someone DEI, blah, 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 blah. Okay? Then don't fucking play it. Like, there are too many fake things that happen in video games that people jump into. Dragon's Dogma 2 had a big controversy for its microtransaction store. Its microtransaction store that had no fucking effect on the game. You completely bypass it. No one did everything about it. No one gave a shit that actually played the game. But people were making Twitter posts, were making rants about it, and then they never had the game. People were making comments on my YouTube videos saying, it's absurd to me that you would support the microtransactions of this game. Like, have you played it? They're like, well, no, I absolutely won't. I'm like, but there's no microtransactions for it. So it's just, it's my point is that for as many problems exist above the head of the gamer, the biggest issue with the gaming industry is the gamer. Because they listen to the bullshit on the content creation side. They allow the tyranny of middle management to exist. And games like Diablo 4 never have a chance to succeed. Because people have already gone into it with the mindset of, oh, it's an evil corporate overlord. Again, there's no argument there. And even if they try to make it better, all gaming publications will do is only highlight the bad. And then people will make their impressions upon only the bad. Yeah, right. Now you get bullied for playing certain classes within video games. Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Like, now everything's so polarizing. You can't enjoy... not to say that it wasn't before. I think, Zakinator, to your point here, you said the culture war has warped how we interacted online. There's always been a culture war. We've always been... I mean, the culture war used to be a physical manifestation, jocks versus the nerds. If we're thinking about this tropey, right? Metalheads and people who like rap and R&B. People can't exist within the same spheres because there's always tribalism and things you like, because there's always a defensiveness to those kinds of things. I think that's always going to exist. But I think that tribalism has become so... It's become so much a part of a projection of stuff that doesn't exist. If you see... if you see someone like, oh, don't play this game, it's terrible, like a TikTok video or social media, anything, it becomes part of your microcosm when it's really not, you know? It's like the people that don't like the games that you don't like and shit on them online, fuck it. Who cares? Like, if it's not your brother and that's going to come in the room and like hit you in the head for buying chocolate covered starfish in the, chocolate starfish in the bong flavored water, whatever the fuck the first Limp Bizkit album is, like my brother did to me, then it doesn't matter, you know? I think we attribute our social circle, our value system to a social circle that does not exist. You're doing it wrong, LT. Yeah, 7 out of 10 is like a bad rating now. When that's an average good game, you know. No, I have not, Chopin. Weapon spray is reduced. Manually activating cloak. Automatically reloads range weapon. Manually activating cloak removes a negative stat. Oh, yeah, go with that at least. Chocolate starfish, hot dog flavored water. There you go. Bolt carbines reload. No. Yeah, I mean, Chocolate covered strawberries and the hot dog flavored bong water. Yeah, I like mine. It's just, there's just so much bullshit. And I think it's really hard. It's hard for people to, because it used to be like, it was way easier to be an individual 10 years ago. But now you're fucking connected to every fucking thing. You can't go to do anything without having to download an app for it.
A steadfast supporter.
It was so much simpler Marine Carmine because I think it was harder to tap into communities for online games. Okay. I'll be there in a second. I'm just kind of talking right now. You sure you don't? I mean, I do Digby now because I fucking hate remembering passwords. I would posit that another factor is because we're so interconnected, it's a lot easier to burn those bridges because friendships are so easy to make. Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing, right? So what I was just getting into, Black Hall. If you jumped onto the forums for a video game, you are a unique breed, myself included. I used to do it all the time. And hey, J Rago resubbed up. Thank you at tier 1, dude. Thank you very much. Who is a cash sub boy with 2 thumbs? That guy. Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. Contributing. How many points are we at right now? I think we're at 55 now today. They were, Frank, but it was different. Money in the industry and the relationship between developers and publishers was way different than it is now. You pitched your ideas to publishers. You could be standalone developers, and standalone developers actually did make a lot of really good money. But the publisher would then pressure them to make release after release after release. If you guys have ever heard of God, Gathering of Developers, those guys are fucking heroes. Those guys are old school, like 1990s nerdy devs who, when they went to E3, they had a booth outside of the LA Convention Center filled with strippers, pizza, and beer. That is fucking hilarious. That is like the pinnacle of 90s nerd, you know? If you look at the sheer amount of games that are rated 7 out of 10 by the IGN, actually how well they play are a lot of fall short. I think Concord was given a 7 and it failed. So I personally think it's got the point of AI generated articles. I mean, even if you want to say AI generated articles, say in 72, I think it still falls back on people won't let things succeed if they're not a blowing, glorious 10 out of 10, you know? And I think that's what I mean of like, the deck of time. I think it's too many games. Like, it comes back to that tribalism. If this game didn't have a good rating, let's just say this game had like a 7 or 8 on average, I think the tribalism of like the Helldivers people and the people that go, well, yeah, it's okay, like this is what falls back then onto it falls back onto content creators too, right? Who are just kind of like, it's so trendy to be contrarian. It's so trendy to be kind of dismissive, and like I can't fucking stand people who are like, I found that movie to be a little bit trite. It's a fucking Transformers movie, dude. Why'd you watch Transformers for anything other than robot porn? I mean, Sutep, I don't think you're wrong at all, brother. Totally agree with you. And I think another big problem too, like how this falls back onto gamers, is gamers expect unlimited to near thousands of hours on games. You spend if a game falls roughly within $1 an hour per cost, then for me it's worth it. If I spent $60 on a game and I got 60 hours, That's all I needed. I don't need a game to be this unlimited playing experience. People shit all over the live service model. And I totally agree. The live service model is a really bad model because it's always done poorly. I think Helldivers did a really good example of a good live service model. But my point is, not every game needs to be from a development standpoint. Like, yes, sure, we don't need it to all be live service model. But I think also gamers need to realize not every game needs to be a live service fucking model. They're always like, I played 120 hours, dude. I'm already bored. Dude, you got a lot of fucking play out of that game then. Shut the fuck up and move on to the next game, because there's certainly not a shortage of good games out there. Someone made a comment saying, like, I love your videos, but your streams really suck because you're very combative with chat. I'm like, I'm not combative with chat. We're having a conversation. An intellectual like myself watches Transformers for the identity politics. Lack the introspective qualities I've come to expect from Michael Bay. Transformers 1 lacked the introspective qualities I've come to expect from the Michael Bay films. Dude, that is such a good statement. See, always indie being the contrarian. If I like a game, I want more of it, so I like the live service model when they're done. Yeah, I totally agree, but like, I just don't think though that like they just, why aren't they going to release more content for the game? Like, maybe the fucking game's open and shut case. It was just made, it was done, closed. Do you have games like Darktide who say we're a live service model and they don't really act like one? We have games like Helldivers that are a live service model and act like one. We have games like Battlefield, which are a live service model, which take 2 years to come back online truly and actually be a good fucking game. Like, there's no real barometer for what makes a game a good live service model until we actually get one. Yeah, CK3 is a game with really good replayability. Like, you look at Knights of the Republic 2. People are still playing the Knights of the Republic series because there's replayability built into the fact that you can play different classes, you can be good or evil, and you can have different companions in every class. It's kind of like why Baldur's Gate 3 will have replayability ad nauseum without needing more content. Yeah, you know, I don't really know many of those that are like that, Tomic, but this is a good point. If your live service model requires 5 years of the game to be good, then I'm out. It's like when people go, oh, dude, you got to watch this show. The first 3 seasons aren't good, but the 4th season's amazing. Like, well, then it's not a good show, dude. If 25% of the show is good, then the 75% sucks. This is a hot take. I know no one agrees with me on this one, but I think Breaking Bad is not the best show in the world like everyone thinks. I thought Breaking Bad was good all the way up until Gus Fring. Until after that, I was like, you guys fucked the whole thing up. I think Sons of Anarchy is a better show than Breaking Bad. Not though because I don't think, like, if I'm comparing scripts and stories and acting, I don't think it's better like that. I like the story of Sons of Anarchy, and I can relate to the Sons of Anarchy story better than I can getting cancer, trying to provide for my whole entire family by creating drugs because I'm a chemistry professor. You know what I mean? Like, I can't relate to that as well as I can, like, a coming of age story of a guy struggling with his parents to find his place and figure out, like, where he stands with everything. And like, the inner fightings between, like, really close friends and shit. I am at the final 4 episodes and I can't be fucked to watch them. I started the 4th, like the first one of the last half season, and I'm like, oh, this is so bored. Oh my god. Oh, she's screaming again. Okay, what's her name is always yelling about something. I'm off this. Yeah, that's right. The chat seems to be pretty much in agreement with me on this. I think they should have ended it with Gus Fring, then did a movie to capstone it. I think the whole season after that, they undermined all of the character nuance that they created, especially with women. I didn't say women. I just meant her specifically. Her character is always... She got death threats. The character that plays what's her name's wife. She got death threats because of her character. She's like, I guess I'm doing a good job. But Gus Fring was this meticulous character that did all these things right, and he would never leave any like loose ends. And then they happened to use an oversized magnet to do this thing, and all the bank account numbers on the back of this picture. Oddly sentimental for a man who has like no loose ends like that. I don't like The Sopranos because it reminds me too much of my family. What are some shows? I mean, I said Sons of Anarchy, but Sons of Anarchy doesn't have the best ending. I actually think, dude, yes, Opie and Sons of Anarchy, Zach, 100%. 100%, Tomek. She crushed it so well that she got death threats. She's like, how fucking dare you be like that to Walt? And she's like, it's my character. It's not me. What's the one with Timothy Oliphant where he's a U.S. Marshal in Texas? No, in Kentucky. Justified. Justified has one of the most satisfying shows I've watched recently. The Crazies. Mandalorian. Did you just drink some water? How is that water? Come here. Like, the ending line to Justified is so fucking good. Oh, my goodness. Who is this? Who is this little boy? Oh, my gosh. Oh. He's a good boy. Band of Brothers has a very satisfying ending. Nah, he's good, Frank. He's got a double coat. So you just don't trim his fur, and it insulates him and cools him off. What are you sleeping against? You smell like rubber. Normally, they're just mentally ill. What do you smell, bud? What do you smell, dude? What do you smell, little dude? What do you smell, little dude? Generation Kill was really good. Okay, bub. I'm gonna put you down. Never watched Firefly.
A steadfast supporter.
I actually really like Deep Space Nine. I think Deep Space Nine might be one of my favorite Star Treks. I liked the ending of it. The Sandlot ending? Dude, that's such a funny comparison. It's me.
But he doesn't.
Yelling at me. Alright, I'm actually finishing Voyager right now. I'm about to start season 3. Did you see this in chat? Zach and said, Band of Brothers with the Sandlot ending makes me laugh every time. And Private Jimmy went on to a new corner store where he shot his wife and got addicted to drugs.
Yeah, it didn't end great for all of them. That's for sure. Especially not the ones who got shot or had their legs blown off. Garnier and Toy.
Hey, at least Garnier made it. Oh, gonorrhea.
I think they both did.
But Toy died. I thought Toy died of like something. He died like in the 80s or something.
Yeah, he made it to the war though.
Yeah. Dude, but like, I think the coolest part about that is like seeing who everyone was at the end. Because you're like, you don't really know who, like, I mean, I still didn't know. I didn't put two and two together between Garnier and who his like old counterpart was.
Does Garnier actually, is he in those interviews?
He's
I'm not sure
only
he's
in a
one of them.
couple. He's only in a couple. I think they're like, God, this guy's accent's gonna give him away.
I thought they just didn't use him. I'm still not entirely sure they did. Like I know they use Babe Heffron. I know they use
They used Donnie
obviously
Wahlberg.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
they didn't use
personally-
winners though.
Yeah, which is interesting because he's like, well, did they not? I think they did.
No,
at
they
the
did.
end.
They used tons of winners,
Yeah,
winners.
Yeah, I don't like seeing the difference in the faces of the actors and the real people because I'm like, well, they don't look anything alike. This is a terrible show.
But Buck Compton,
I love that interview. I love the interview idea of like you show them at the beginning of every episode, and then at the end the reveal is really cool.
yeah, I thought so too. And I thought Buck Compton, Donnie Wahlberg looked pretty close to the guy. Like, I didn't realize that. I mean, I forgot that, Donnie Wahlberg gets injured in Foy. What's like it's the third episode. Where they go into
third episode.
Okay, not Foy. No, Carentan. They go into the town in Carentan, and he gets his face cut open, and he gets like his dick near shot off. Like he doesn't actually happen. Like he rips open his pants. He goes, "It's all there, Buck. Don't worry."
Oh yeah.
That episode is so good.
Yeah, that's Lip. I think that happens to Lipton, not Buck.
I'm saying Buck Compton, but I'm meaning Lipton. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Buck Compton is shot in the ass. PTSD.
They shot me in my ass.
All right, I'm gonna boot you two out. Let's get Indy in here. And we'll get another. And invite that game. So I'm hardwired in now, so I'll have probably better internet.
So when you read about the Volkite pistol, what was your initial inclination of how it would function?
Kind of probably more like a Melta.
So like high-powered, single-shot beam. Like
Yeah.
You shoot it and then it goes out and it kills something.
Yeah. I'm a little worried, quote unquote, because it's only gonna have 2, 4, 6, 7 perks. So the perk tree is gonna be really bland, just like the Stalker bolt rifle is.
Yeah, I mean that's a whole nother can of worms. They need to go through and change a lot of perks on both the skill trees and for the weapons. But someone commented on the video right after I uploaded it that he saw the word accumulation on it, so it kind of that verbiage kind of implies you hold it down and it like builds up damage over, like it's called a precision accumulation weapon, and it says 5,500 I think. So it's like 50 in the mag and then 500 in reserve. But when I saw that value, I didn't see the accumulation number. When I saw the value, I was like, oh, that's just placeholder. Like that's complete like because all the other stats don't show at all.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think the other stats are just placeholder stuff. I think that's what the 15,500 is like that.
Yeah, so when I saw that, I was like, oh, all these numbers are completely irrelevant. I'm not going to take any stock in it at all, so I didn't look further. But it does say precision accumulation weapon, so maybe they're right that it is going to be like a hold-on target beam that builds up damage.
Precision thermal pistol, accumulative damage. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
There you go.
I mean, when I read the lore for it, it sounds like, yeah, Melta, you shoot one thing and it is just high powered, armor piercing, high damage. Like I'm thinking Tyranid Warrior, you shoot it in the head and its head's gone. Like it doesn't even go to execution. But it only has like 8 or 10 shots. So you basically
Yeah, go ahead.
So you basically like make sure that your shots count, but it's really high damage versus bosses. It kills Majoris in one shot, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I wonder if it's gonna be too like what's an example of a weapon where you hold it down and maybe something from there's a gun from like a game I can't remember. It's like a beam. You hold it down and it goes like zzz, and as it speeds up, it's doing more damage. And I can't remember, but
I mean,
like
there's one like that in There are quite a few weapons like that actually in Helldivers.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah. What's like the fucking microwave gun?
There's a Sentinel beam in Halo.
That's what I'm thinking of. That's like literally the sound I'm thinking in my brain. What's the one though in Helldivers?
Don't remember the name.
Symmetra beam in Overwatch 2, collector rifle. Yeah, just stuff like that. Like I could see it being like you hold it down and it does more damage. Maybe like a final burst at the end, quasar cannon. But yeah, I would see it like rather than shooting like a single beam like a las rifle, I would see it shooting a ribbon, if that makes sense. Because of how the actual like muzzle looks. This is kind of an interesting art piece.
So I didn't even intentionally make this as the chapter that I was, but Italian told me what it was after. Does anyone in chat know what I am?
Oh, dude, look at Zach's armor too.
It was not even intentional, but it turned out real sexy. I'll say that.
Kind of bummed that we didn't get them as a successor. Pepsi Man? No, close though. It does have a P in there. What mission do you guys want?
What's he? I assume this is some successor of Space Wolves.
Space Wolves don't have successors.
Oh,
They refuse.
that was what I know.
An idiot sandwich? Oh my god.
My lord, what are you? An idiot sandwich?
Omega.
Ban
Looks like
him,
Omega.
please.
Jay, you're out. Sorry.
Banned.
Yeah. Thanks for the sub, man. You're out. Porphyr nailed it, Big Finn.
Angels Porphyr, yeah. That's the one. Assault's so silly now, dude. You just do a jump and then immediately, like, any warrior or rubric range is just insta-dead.
Yeah, there's the Wolf Spears, but the Wolf Spears are lost. The Space Wolf successors aren't, like, active. And also, I think the Wolf Spears are fan-made or something. One of the loyalists comprised of essentially the Wolf Spear does not conform to the dictate. I thought they were gone. Like they got lost in the warp, and that's where they're like, yeah, we're not going to do this anymore. And a lot of them became Wolfham or something. Wolfen.
What map do you want to do?
That's what I was asking you.
I don't know what you played. Just pick one.
We've done Ballistic, Fall of Atreus. We've done Decap. So I'd say Vox, Inferno, or Reliquary.
You could do Vox.
Oh, maybe okay. There's the dude. The Wolf Spears are pretty. They're pretty sick.
I need to train my multi-melta anyway. It's like one of the only weapons I haven't upgraded. Like in early access, I was using the normal melta. Like before we knew it was really good, but like obviously in the early stages of the game, you're just trying out stuff and going with what works and what's good. And you're trying out Ruthless for the first time. Definitely rock what you know works, but quickly realized how busted the melta weapons were, and so I just didn't really use multi-melta at all. I got most of the other weapons besides the tack ones all the way up, but multi-melta still needs XP, baby.
Still needs that sweet hot XP. What would you guys call the color on this backpack, or on his shoulder plate field? I don't even know what that is.
Should definitely queue though. I'm getting antsy.
A lay talk maybe. You want to be a Nancy boy? I'll be a Nancy boy. Oh, wrong class.
My oath is my shield. God, he uses oaths as a shield. That's really messed
Did
up.
you say Vox Liberatus or did you say Reliquary?
Vox is good.
I figured it's got iron and dog and names with Spaceballs. No, there's... So, a lot of the Spaceball stuff is pretty new, like that. Like, I didn't know that these guys were created by call. There was, at one point, only one successor chapter. And the successor chapter was lost. They're like, no, we're not going to do this shit.
My face is my shield.
Ooh, I just got a Corsair ambassador agreement I gotta read.
Oh, Lord.
I'm a man. Forgot I'm streaming. Have you seen that Dark Angel movie? Yeah, I watched it at TwitchCon with Indy and Smog.
What one?
The Dark Angels with the Tomb World with the Necrons. You were passing in and out.
Oh yeah, I was not awake for that. I do not remember that at all.
Indy was so high on drugs. He was just a drugger. He was just, guys, the hot second we showed up.
From all the hot sex I was having too.
The hot sex with drugs. He was just like, you guys want to do some pixie sticks?
Another loyal devotee.
I'm gonna make sure none of you guys have any fun as I use my Melta.
Yeah, I haven't
There's
trained.
stuff you want to kill? Too bad.
I haven't leveled my Melty either on heavy. I'm like, yeah, it's good.
What is it? Good.
Do we even know how good? So, okay, with Lethal coming out, do we need a new tier? I'm hoping Lethal is just a lot of enemies, like just...
No, we absolutely do not need a new tier.
Oh. The way you answer that, you're like, no, absolutely not. You're dumb. I'm saying I don't want them to have. I think it should just be like Ruthless, just with like really ridiculous spawns. So when you wouldn't need more damage.
I don't want to see. Yeah, I don't want to see them change health at all. Period.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't mind like a small incremental change, but nothing remotely substantial.
Yeah.
Like, I think rubrics are maybe a little squishy right now.
Yeah, I could have them have a little more health. I think what would really...
Well, no, I mean, the big issue with Ruthless right now is you'll go 6, 7, 10 minutes without a wave. And if you don't let call-ins come in, you don't get waves.
Yeah.
Like, that's silly for the hardest difficulty in a horde game. It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, it really, like, it doesn't feel very good. You promised you would be assault solo fighting hard difficulty. I did not promise, brother. I said I'll do it next, but then you disappeared. So I did not do it.
Like, we've killed 30 enemies so far, and we just went through the first major area. Like, that should be like guaranteed massive wave at the start of the mission.
Unending waves. What are you doing, little buddy? You sweet boy.
Drop the barrier and expose them.
Yeah, you disappeared, mother. You disappeared for like at the start of the next match. I'm like, mother, you still around? And you didn't say anything. So I was like, all right, well, I guess we'll just keep doing community stuff. And then you just came back the last like 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, babies everywhere. Look at
Why
you.
can't we have some mates?
Why can't we have some meat? They're fresh. The way he's like gets super.
Legs.
They don't need those. Gets super mucusy when he says fresh. Like, oh.
Changing magazine.
A guardian relic.
Don't take it.
What'd you think of the bioton?
Sick. I haven't looked at my comment section yet, but I'm sure it's filled with they copied Helldivers too. You know,
I didn't
though,
realize how similar they looked. Like,
honestly, me either. I knew they were in the game, but I like it's like you know sometimes you see models, and I personally it's like okay if I've not put it together or seen it in person.
yeah, when you see it move, it really gives
Yeah.
you the full picture.
Yeah, exactly. I would really like I would have personally I would have liked to have seen a Norn emissary instead because I think they're really cool looking. But the Biotitan, it'll do. Unero at 100% will be a fight like a Helldrake. I don't think it'll. I mean, I don't think it'll be specifically like that in the sense that like oh, it's just us constantly doing damage and it not doing damage. I think it'll be like a joint ops situation, and not like fighting the Hive Tyrant, which is like a 3-on-1, right?
And I think that's my core issue with it as the new enemy is I'm hoping whenever they add a new enemy and that's on the roadmap, I'm hoping for something that's Majoris, Extremis, or Terminus that can spawn on any map.
Right.
So I can play any operation and run into it. Or at least any one that's associated with that faction. I guess, yeah, my main issue with the Biotitan, as awesome as that model is, and I bet the boss fight will be fun too, it will only be on that map, at the end of that map, and it isn't going to be spawning on others, which is unfortunate.
What if it's just throughout the whole map and you have to just do damage to it? Like it's just constant DPS checks.
I doubt it, but maybe that'd be cool.
Would
I
be
mean, I'm
cool.
sure you'll see it multiple times throughout the map, but I bet you don't fight it till the end. It'll be like the Hive Tyrant.
I totally agree. I just think it would be a really cool way to do that. Like, okay, this is like there's stages to this fight. The whole mission is the fight. That would be really cool, you know?
His sorcery clings to that altar. We must do something about it. You will profane this curse no longer.
Yeah, I think that's maybe why they say enemy. So that they can hopefully do like a bunch of different angles and not just simply, hey, here's a Terminus, here's a Majoris, here's an Extremis. I hope it's like, oh, here's the enemy. It's whatever one we're planning on to add, rather than just saying, hey, here's just a boss, new boss.
God, would you shut up?
This guy's so rude, dude. Really.
The sorcerer just will not silence.
What is up, Uncle Muscles?
He is dead.
It's for those that played. Did you ever play the Transformer games, Indy? Fall and War of Cybertron.
Whoa, hold up! They just had two extremists on the map at the same time.
I think that one always spawns because we've definitely had a in this area we've had it. I think it's like the sorcerers here as
maybe
part of the
it's
event.
right there. Yeah.
But
What
Fall-
weapon
Fall-
or what game were you talking about?
War and Fall of Cybertron, those two games.
I've seen. I think my friend might have played it on his console. There's a third-person shooter, right?
Yeah, dude plays very similar to Space Marine 1 in this game. A very arcadey style. The multiplayer was really cool because you could choose you chose a transformer type, and that was kind of like a class. And then it could do like, oh, okay, the small guys can turn into like little roadsters and like zoom around. The big heavy guys turn into tanks. Some guys turn into actual jets and fly around. It was really cool. But in Fall of Cybertron, they had Metropolis, the massive city-wide transformer. And
Metropolis is his name? That's hilarious.
I think that's his name, right, guys? I think. It might be Megalopolis, starring... what's his name? Adam Driver. Metroplex, that's his name.
You want to go to the club?
Metroplex, sorry. Metroplex was so sick. Like, you watch that trailer and at the very end, and it says, Metroplex heeds the call of the last prime. Like, oh, fuck, man. Transformer lore is actually pretty sick. Those animated ones that they did on Netflix were pretty good, too. the CG ones.
Well, my performance has gotten worse after this update, I guess.
Yeah, mine's been kind of spotty today too.
I'm at 39 FPS that fight.
I'm at 44, 45.
Still supplies here.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say though, Messier, is you get a mission where you can control Metroplex. And he's like a present thing throughout the entire mission in the campaign. So that'd be kind of cool if they did that with the Biotitan, is he's just a constant threat through the whole mission and you have to deal with him.
Target acquired. Primary ultimate. Go.
Oh no. I really can't wait for Horde mode. That's gonna be a lot of fun.
Son of Magnus, terminated.
So every time I talk about like, oh fuck, the guns in this game, namely of course like everything on the Stalker or the Sniper, for example, the crosshair lines up with the scope, not with the barrel of the gun. And I'll show you what that means when I can do this.
Shall prevail over the ruinous power.
So this. So it shoots kind of like 2 notches below. There's another game that does that. I can't remember what it was, and it was a really big point of contention. I shouldn't do this event, right? Because if I press interact, I think it starts more waves.
Yeah, maybe we just kill it.
Oh,
No, I missed it. How do I miss a crack on something that huge?
well, the realism thing could exist, Tomek, but like it's never that drastic in real life, you know? Okay, I miss. Dude, I hate when I miss a fucking like crack grenade on something this size.
Well, I'm used to cracks in Darktide where it will suck onto something. Like you can't miss.
This does have magnet, but it's not that good.
Yeah, you have to throw it at them.
Yeah. Like Halos, or it's just like you throw that thing kind of near their proximity, it just gets sucked into them.
Oh my lord.
When I scope, and bullets better be coming out of the scope. Do it. Execute. Zakinator's like, I don't give a shit, I'm gonna shoot him to death. What's up, Pete Vargas? What do you mean you knew I'd like 40k?
Heretic corpses is our reward. Savor it.
Engage standard morale boost. For the Emperor.
The barrier is no more. The tyrannics will power.
I love Straben.
Now we infiltrate
You are
the-
Straben. No, it wasn't. I just covered Total War Warhammer.
You dares to take the gene seed. Just kidding. You're good. He seems to know what he's doing.
Oh, it's okay, Vargas. I mean, I've been playing 40k for like 20 years, dude.
The Renaissance. The heretics.
Twitch would help me more, Slick.
Pity we cannot stay and watch.
If you can, guys, make the switch. Make the switch to Twitch. It's gonna help me grow and be a real boy. So next time when I go to TwitchCon, everyone's gonna be like, oh my god, you're that famous Twitcher. Nice twatter sphere in your Twitchers.
Not save that sorcerer from a headshot.
I've never liked you.
It's not true. Man, the whole time at TwitchCon, Indy was like, I like you. Thanks, man.
And then we kissed.
Dude, we kissed hard. Lips like rock diamond.
On the mouth.
Mouth hole to mouth hole. The connection that two good bros do.
There's a horde of bad guys out here. I find them very unpleasant. I'm going to burn them. We really do need to do a full game where we just let every single call in go through.
It's
but, like,
just so
actually,
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not that. We just have to, you know, do it. You know what I'm saying?
It's like our muscle memory is just it's just so there. It's like, oh, I hear it. I gotta shut it down quick. Thank you, Slick. Appreciate it, man.
Oh.
Camelio line cloak ready. Changing magazine.
Agree, JR. Pretty stoked on it, but I mean, so what is your take on when the patch is coming? Very, very soon. Makes me hopeful for Thursday.
I mean, I heard rumblings tomorrow, but who the hell knows, dude?
Yeah. Because that last time they did the patch at like Thursday at 5 a.m., but I don't think that means anything. I think last week's patch was on Thursday too. Oh.
Do you read it as Lethal Difficulty, Neo Volkite, and the new op are all coming in the same update?
I read it as new op and lethal are coming, and then Volkite and Dark Angels are coming later.
Well, the Volkite is on the same page as those. The Dark Angels one was separate, but...
Really? Because I looked at the blog post, and they're like, oh, and some other things that are coming. There, because it said the Biotitan Termination and Lethal Difficulty are coming very, very soon. And then
I haven't seen that specific post.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen that post.
Okay. That's where I got the information from initially, because there was also an email.
In the video they posted today, it's all on the same page. Is the new enemy, the new operation, and lethal.
Well, yeah, that post, that season 2 thing also says new operations, so multiple.
Yeah.
Pistols with the mode? Are we sure, Marine? Like, unless you somehow saw a post that is different than those, I think you're just as confused as we are.
You fools!
Did we get... No. No, we didn't. I'll check over here.
Ah, the game runs like shit! I hate it! Oh, where was it?
Over here.
Uh-huh.
Checkpoint located.
Nothing is on screen. I'm at 45 FPS. Like, what the F, dude?
It's the lights.
Ready for next encounter.
I mean, I hope the Volkite comes. That'd be great.
Descending. Watch your cover zones.
Better be on every freaking class.
I think so. I think they would have said, like, the Neo Volkite pistol coming with the heavy class will be able to bring the justice of the Emperor's hammer. Oh, I miss my wife. Like, what's the current performance on PC versus console? That is too hard of a question to answer, my man.
Whoa. Oh. What?
Zach, you lost it. What the fuck just killed you?
Oh, I know exactly what just killed him. There is a bug, which I have not personally run into yet, but you got hit by a soul. And if you have Gene Seed, you insta-die.
Oh! Take that, Jack.
Yeah, and if you were full HP, that's 100% what killed you. My Gene Seed is in ruins.
What a goofy situation.
Yeah, so one of those souls that get sent out by the cultists or from the sorcerer. Yeah, if those hit you, it's a full insta kill. And I think also if your teammates are nearby, they can die to it too.
Oh, even
It, like,
better.
explodes.
Is the audio? Are we having audio problems right now?
Zach seems to be able to hear me in chat, so I don't know.
No, someone said the audio's peaking really hard.
Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have done that. I should let you fix your thing.
No, you're good. You're good.
I'll grab the melt if you need it.
I got the use frag. Oh, for some reason I thought we were doing reliquary. Man, when I get loud, I get loud. Yeah, man. Well, they are receiving the exact same thing, so I don't know why that would be that way. Vartan. That's weird. Let me know if it gets any weirder, wilder, hotter, faster, warmer. I'm feeling naked.
Better, faster, stronger.
Warm me up. No!
We need to make another point.
Okay, come on. Stop this bullshit. Oh my god.
I win. My body.
Shram, Ghost.
That is a lot of rubrics.
Yeah, I'm going upstairs.
They keep spawning.
They're everywhere. I wonder if you got... No, it sets you in a specific path. Yeah, I'm the same way, Marine. I don't like using the combat knife.
Want to be here anymore?
I have to fall back.
Oh, my god.
It's good, Ghost. I enjoy it a lot. If you enjoy that style of play, you know. Yeah, the Thunder Hammer can be used one-handed. Costa. My Smash Captain in my Blood Angels army uses a Thunder Shield and a Thunder Hammer. No, I mean that could be it too, Frank. But I just don't like the way it. I don't like its attack animations and such. Chainsword for sure feels the best. Oh. That'd be so cool if they added a Thunder Hammer to the Bulwark. I would love it. You there, Andy?
I am. I love it.
Oh, okay. Wonder why they didn't make the dagger a mini chainsword. Hard pass.
What would be... What? Why?
Yeah. You're weird.
Like, make the different weapon the same weapon, but worse. Awesome.
Yeah. It's like did you ever go to like a professional, like a MLB baseball game? And they would do like giveaways, right, all the time. Like, oh, it's lunch pail day, and they give you a lunch pail. Did you ever get one that was like a bat pen? Like it's a small little wooden bat.
Little mini bats that you can't actually use for anything, but no, I've never seen the pen version of that.
But it's like that's the same thing. Like, oh, I step up to the plate with this mini bat pen. Dual lightning claws, baby. That'd be so good. I would send so many feet picks across for that.
I think lightning claws are literally the weapon I want most in the game.
100%.
At least when it comes to melee. I'm gonna be really mad if they just end up adding like 4 or 5 bolter variants. Like, I don't give a shit. We got plenty already.
What do you mean? You don't want a you don't want an auto heavy bolt rifle pistol?
The only bolt variant I want to see now are the I'd be cool with the storm bolter and like the assault bolter, the assault wrist rocket bolters for the not intercessors.
Bolt storm.
And so yeah, bolt storm gauntlets, yeah, for inceptors. If we get like an inceptor class. Which again, it's so weird to me the way they've handled the classes so far, because I really figured they'd just go full on Primaris everything. Like every new model they could think of, those would be the classes. And instead they just kind of went for the more OG style, even though everyone's Primaris in the game.
I'd prefer it that way, dude. Because otherwise, so I see tactical, assault, vanguard, bulwark, sniper, heavy. Otherwise, it'd be inceptor, interdictor, infiltrator, eliminator.
I don't like the naming conventions at all. The fact that they have so many that sound the exact same is like, my opinion, that's poor naming.
So
like,
dumb.
You want them to be more distinguished from each other. Like, I'm gonna go buy my 500 points of Dark Angels. I'm gonna buy some Incept. Oh wait, no, it was actually Intercessors. I got the wrong one.
Yeah.
No, and maybe that was intended.
Imagine putting that on a fucking Christmas list. You know, like, Mom, for Christmas I want the Interdictors, and she goes, "Well, I got you the Inceptors." She's like, "No, I said I want the Eliminators." Like.
So, thanks, Zach. Man, that was a good game. Yeah, no, that was not your fault at all. It's a big ass bug on their side. GG.
What's between an eliminator and an exterminator? I don't even remember what the exterminators are. Is that a joke? Is there exterminator in the game? The sniper isn't an eliminator.
Yeah, there's intercessor, indictor, inceptor, indictor. I hardly knew her, dude.
Indict me, dude.
Like, yeah, I mean, the naming conventions are awful.
Okay, there's not an actual. Okay. Okay, you're just fucking around. Like, there better not be a fucking exterminator. It wouldn't have surprised me.
And then there's a ton of overlap between the classes too, because like
Inceptors and Reavers exist in like the same space, kind of.
Well, yeah, and Inceptor is basically, I mean, it's basically an assault troop, but it's they don't have melee, so they just have double bolt storm gauntlets. But like the method of attack is almost the exact same. It's jetpack into extremely close range and then unload everything.
Right.
Yeah, and they got the Gravis armor, and I get there's like some differences there, but like
it's Dester. Yeah, then there's also the there's the guys that basically have like autocannons, the not interdictors, not inceptors, suppressors, the suppressors. Oh my god, man, like how am I supposed to keep this shit straight? Yeah, the exterminator is a weapon. Oh, there's also the Lehman Russ exterminator, but I thought that was an actual thing. I was like, oh my god, please don't do these to me. I'm trying to make this fucking spear wolf spears.
Your anger hurts my ears. Been running strong for 7 years.
I'm trying to remember the rest of that song.
Rather than fix the problems, they never solve them. It makes no sense at all.
Songbird of our generation, dude.
Do you hear the accent? Do you know who it is?
Yeah, it's Blink-182. I can't remember the whole name of the. I can't remember the name of the song. I know it's on Take Off Your Pants and Jacket.
I'm sorry, I need to redo the. Their anger hurts my ears. Where are you?
And I'm so sorry.
All right. Tom DeLonge, baby. Love that accent.
At the Padres game, they played Oh god, which one is it? I will not
go
go.
to
I'll turn the light. No, it was a video. I'll turn the lights on. I'll turn the lights off. Carry me home. Be still my little windmill. What song is that?
I'll be your thrill the night we're gonna... oh god. I have to sing the whole song in the beginning to remember.
I love it. I love that. Like, you're like, I've got to complete the whole entire song to remember all the small things. There you go. Boom. Like they're playing it. And it's like him and his two sons, and he's just kind of like looking around, like they're playing like AC/DC. You know, like it's not like his fucking song. I'm like, that's so funny. This is the Wolf Spears. It's not bad. It's just the problem we don't have that. We don't have access to like a lot of really good blues, and like a lot of blues get sat. Do you say what?
Show them my fashion. How dare you?
Oh yeah.
You copied me.
There's clearly two different colors. That's good. That's real good. This is the Minotaurs, the brazen balls. Who's this?
Minotaurs. Except the whole, 13th Legion loincloth, but ignore it. It doesn't.
Ignore it.
Pretend
It's
like
not
has another
really
legion.
there. I'm like over here trying to get a close up of you and just keep running away from me.
Wait, so Minotaurs are successor of the Ultramarines?
I guess. I'm not really good with Ultramarine stuff.
Because they're in that pack, so they have to be, right? Or are they? Or no, maybe they're not.
No, I think they're in the unknown founding section.
Yeah, they're in the unknown founding, yeah.
I did the Raptors, the old school Raptors color scheme. Take a look at these bad boys. Boom, man. Trying to get some Jolly Ranchers up in this bitch?
I hate it so much.
Dude. Big Finn, I'm pretty sure we'll be able to do full gold armor because Auric armor is coming with one of those successor chapters. Ulthuan Grey and Auric. Yeah. When they hover over the three that you can see. So I named...
I don't think...
Huh?
Any of the ones that I saw were gold colored, though. Like, there's
Yeah.
the unnamed, which are...
Those guys are yellow. But the... I think it's the Bringers of Judgment are the ones. Yeah, Bringers of Judgment are gold. They're gold in Ulthuan Grey. Here. 40k Space Marine 2 post. Oh, who's this video that's really a talented YouTuber? Okay. So if we go to here, we can see it. So, So we'll get... The Blades of Vengeance don't have anything new, but they do have the new color pattern helmet that has the different color eye lenses. The Cowled Wardens get Xerius Purple and Skullcrusher Brass. And then the Bringers of Judgment will give us Ulthuan Grey. Ulthuan Grey in main, secondary, and decal. And then Auric Armor in main, secondary, tertiary, and decal. So we'll actually have like a good gold for every single slot, which is sick. Because sometimes you can only get fucking like a primary or secondary or not a tertiary or whatever it is. And you're like, well, great, I can't even make the color scheme now. So that will be enchanting. And the rest of those, here's the rest of them. You've got the unnamed right here. The Angels of Vengeance, the Angels of Absolution, Redemption. Didn't see Disciples of Caliban, which kind of sucked. They're a really, really cool looking one.
The only one that I couldn't find or recognize was the last one on that page they released the successors. Do you know who they were?
Yeah, they're in this list right here.
They have
the Blades
the
hammer. The hammer. These guys, Angels of Defiance. Yeah, Angels of Defiance. These dudes. There's the hammer. There's your little guy. Yeah, Defiance, Blades of Vengeance look really cool. Cald Wardens will be pretty sick. Again, though, like, yeah, I wanted the Disciples of Caliban, probably because you can already do it, but it'd be cool to get that Rampant Lion as a decal. The rest of these, I think Angels of Vengeance is also kind of a shitty one to do, because what makes the Angels of Vengeance worth doing aside from their decal? Yeah, the Guardians of the Covenant are really cool too, but yeah, it requires the red robes.
The Star Phantom. Yeah, Guardians of the Covenant would have been dope.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the Penitent Blades could have been cool, just add another blue in there. The Prime Absolvers could have been cool to get a different red, or you look a really dark blue there.
I like that we're getting Cald Wardens because that purple is gonna look dope.
Yeah, that Xerius purple is really sick. What color is this? What do we think? What colors are these? Their armor a dull gray library, similar to the light bluish gray of their progenitors, with the exception of their backpacks and inserts of their armor shoulder pads, which are black. So I guess it's black. According to the lore.
The lore.
But like for me, that wouldn't have seemed black. It seemed more like a really dark purple. That's like one of the problems with a lot of these things trying to replicate them. It's like, oh no, that's a. I mean, black just kind of looks funky.
You ready to gamer? Are we getting another one in?
No, we are done for the day. We're at 2 o'clock.
You have always been weak.
You took forever to get here. The whole time I was like, I wonder when my good friend Indy's going to show up. And you showed up at 12:30.
Everything you just said is a lie, and I resent it.
This is not true. I'll play tonight, though. You done to play tonight?
No. Realistically, I'll probably be in bed by the time you get on, but you can send a message, and if I answer, then maybe I will.
Wow. Okay, fine. Sure, cool. See, guys, this is what it's like to be friends with the famous YouTuber Indie Pride from Milk and Cookie Soda War.
Awesome.
Awesome. Unforgettable. One of the best. Fighting a god I don't believe in on the toilet. Good lord, dude. Good lord, dude. Yeah, this kind of looks a little bit better. Tired boy, man. An all-around setup guy. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching here today. Indy, thank you for joining me, bro. Let's get a raid going. So if you're watching on YouTube, join on over to Twitch to close us off with a big raid. Anyone fun playing that we can raid? We're up to 100 viewers today, so thank you so much. We can raid. You guys want to raid Miniac? This is such a cool dude. He's usually about to end right now, but it'll be fun. Yeah, he's not even there. It's perfect. Oh, no. He's like literally about to end. Yeah, stream is done. Let's do... Cracklocks on Helldivers. Riker's playing Diablo 4. Sasha Gray is just chatting. I would never follow Sasha Gray, but who does that? Rob is doing D4. Let's find ourselves a small streamer to raid. I'm the top. I'm number 1 right now, guys. Thank you.
You did the whole... Or he actually, no, his was the whole...
I don't know. No, that's not going to happen. Let's see.
Loyal devotee.
Unemployment stream. Oh, we're rating this guy. He just got unemployed. This is gonna be. This is good. I don't know if he just got it, but that's what we're doing. Turch. He's got 2 people, guys. Let's blow up his stream right now. Let's go give him some hot, sweet, sticky love. Relatable. Guys, thank you so much for watching here today. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you as well for the $10 donation on YouTube. For those that were on Twitch, though, thank you so much for the Prime subs, the gifted subs, the tiered subs. Those tiered subs put me closer to the new commission program. So if I can get 100 points in that, tier 1 sub is 1, tier 2 is 2, tier 3 is 6 points. That helps me a ton. Fun stream. Thanks for the first match. Absolutely, man. Thanks for joining in. We'll be back on Thursday with some more streaming in the sun. Hopefully with a patch to show off that coolness. Yep, stick with it. What's the chess piece on this supposed to be? Red. All right, guys. So we're gonna get this raid going here. Go ahead and raid right now. And if you're watching on YouTube, have a good one. Take care. Wash your hands. And